desolate depths of a foreboding place, the boogeyman lurks within this space. Ghouls and goblins, demons and the departed. As All Hallows Eve approaches, the end has started. Elbow and Gladiator Sports Network present OVW Apocalypse.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to OVW Apocalypse. The end is finally here. What a capacity crowd here in Davis Arena for a historic event. Brian Kinnison here calling all the action, and of course, flanked by somebody in a very fancy new jacket, I must say, Shannon the Dude.
That's right, it's much better than your ugly jacket. And take your mask off, you're scaring all the kids. But you know what? It's very appropriate that tonight's called Apocalypse, because for Nick Dinsmore, the end isn't near. The end is here when he gets into the ring tonight with the National Heavyweight Champion, Mr. Spectacular Jesse Goddard.
We'll see about that, Shannon. Your fancy new jacket might just be celebrating the new National Heavyweight Champion, but that's not the only gold up for grabs tonight. We're going to see the Rush Division Championship defended in a 2 out of 3 falls matchup. Gustavo and Star Rider. The star of the show with Gustavo. Very tumultuous couple of weeks. Who's going to come out Rush Division champion? You got to stick around to find out.
And we got the Nightmare Cup going on tonight as well. One of the great traditions here in OVW. It's going to be awesome, Kinnison.
It's going to be fantastic. We're going to have new #1 contenders at the end of that tournament, but we're also going to see the OVW Heavyweight Championship defended tonight. Rockstar Ryan Howe goes one-on-one with the Kentucky Heavyweight Champion, the King of Juice, Luscious Lawrence.
We're not going to be calling them Juicy Two Belts by the end of the night. I know that's what all these people want, but that's not what's going to happen.
All right, looks like somebody's got some angry juice after their time away. But folks, we've got so much action to get into tonight. It's OVW Apocalypse. Let's not wait any longer. Eric, my man, tell him who is fighting.
Your opening contest for Apocalypse, scheduled for one fall, is a semifinal match of the Nightmare Cup.
This is not a test.
Introducing first, the team of Brandon Espinosa, Iron Bear Tom Coffey, formerly the Raccoonsons. This is Dysfunction.
Dysfunction, I guess we want to be called now. Brandon Espinosa and Tom Coffey starting out OVW Apocalypse, kicking off the semifinals of the Nightmare Cup.
Well, I can tell you, Southern Comfort may have a big dysfunction tonight with these two in the ring. What a matchup to start OVW Apocalypse.
Well, I mean, I will say, I gotta say, as a team though, you want to function well. You don't want dysfunction, but maybe this thing, it's like a big guy called Tiny.
It's
like
reverse psychology, Kinnison.
There it is.
And their opponents from Lynchburg, Tennessee, the team of Jebediah Blackheart, St. Williams Jr., Southern Discomfort.
Oh, here we go.
Southern Discomfort not waiting for this match to get started in the ring, throwing fists already.
This is like a barroom brawl. You know, Southern Discomfort have been in a lot of those over their life.
Oh yeah, Shane, I think Southern Discomfort's kind of guys that are very familiar with the barroom brawl. That's their style of fighting. These fighters, that's what they do.
Look at that. Here.
Oh gosh, okay. Snake Williams Jr. to the outside after Espinosa ducked him.
I think Snake Williams Jr. may have hurt that right knee. He's in pain out here on the floor.
Snake Williams Jr. definitely favoring that right knee, but Jebediah Blackhawk in there one-on-one with Brandon Espinosa right now. Nightmare Cup has kicked off, as well as OVW Apocalypse, and what a night we have ahead of us, Shannon.
Oh yeah, this is just the beginning of what is going to be incredible, as we mentioned at the start, and of course later on tonight, the OVW National Heavyweight Championship. Here we go. Here we go.
Coffee grabbed the feet.
No,
Did you
no,
see that?
that's it already. What? I can't believe what we just saw.
Looks like they functioned very well. Dysfunction picked up the win.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your winners.
This is not a test.
Damn it, I've said it a million times. All it takes is 3 seconds for the course.
Brandon Espinosa.
I saw it.
Tom Coffey. Moving on.
I don't think Southern discovered even no one hit him.
I don't think this match you could have said Nightmare Cup semi-finals without the bell ringing before it was over. Wow, what a quick win for Dysfunction, moving on to the finals of the Nightmare Cup, just like that.
You see, tonight at Apocalypse, me and the big...
Apocalypse is correct. You keep your mouth shut until I tell you to talk. The only reason you're here is because I need a partner. Apocalypse is upon us. This is going to the end. Fanny pack party, you're in a world of hurt. I would suggest you look up Dimes' protein powder, because at Apocalypse, it will mean the end of you.
As I was saying, Fanny Pack kids, at Apocalypse, it's over.
Get out of here. Go.
Dustin, call us good, call us bad. Tonight, we show the OVW Tag Team Division who's the man. And that's us, bro. That's us. And tonight, we're winning the Nightmare Cup. It's crazy to think a year ago, I lost in the first round, and Dustin, well...
Me, I lost in the finals. But you know, that's not going to stop us this time, because now I have you. And I know that we're better than anybody in the OVW locker room, because we have what it takes, and we have a friendship that nobody else has.
That's right, baby. And I may bring the fanny pack, and Dustin may bring the party. But everybody, you better watch out, because tonight, we're bringing the fight. Stick 'em.
The following contest is for the Nightmare Cup and a semi-final match. Introducing first, accompanied by the Easton Billing Josh Ashcraft. Representing LOB, Cash Flow, and Big Money, Dimes.
One of these things is not like the other. Shady Cashflow seems a little amused by Big Money Dimes.
Well, you know, they had to make way for the big man. Dom's coming through. You know, there's very rarely a time where Cash Flow is tagging up with somebody who's bigger than Cash Flow. Dimes is like 7'6", 300 pounds.
I don't know why you guys keep trying to push this narrative.
Look at that. He's like LeBron James with the powder up in the air before a big game.
Yeah, he's like LeBron James, minus 2 feet and about 150 pounds. And there we go.
Look at that. You see how he stepped over the top rope there with ease.
Just like a toddler would. You're absolutely right. But hey, you know what? They picked up the win in the last round of the Nightmare Cup.
And their opponents, Dustin Jackson, Cal Hero, the Fanny Pack Party!
Fanny Pack Party, Shannon. Now, I gotta tell you, I think there's an extra fire in Cal Hero tonight. We've seen the aggression coming out of this kid that we've never seen before, due in part to the OVW Tag Team Champions, Dark Clouds. I mean, you saw Cal Hero run into that championship rumble and attack to get bundles. I mean, you've never seen that aggressive side out of this kid until late.
Well, you can say that all you want, Kiddes. Then I don't think there's any truth to it, first of all. But second of all, I think that the Fanny Pack Party is about to be crashed by Cash Flow and Dimes.
Vengeance is a hell of a motivator, Shannon. I can see it in Cal Hero's eyes. And Dustin Jackson, one of the finest professional wrestlers OVW and the ASWA has ever produced. Every chance in the world make it to the finals of the Nightmare Cup. But first, they got to get through Big Money Dimes and Cash Flow.
Look at Dimes pushing Cash Flow around. Dimes is directing traffic. This match hasn't even started yet.
Directing traffic? Come on.
Yeah, he's telling Cash Flow what to do. Look.
Don't know, traffic. Cash Flow's a semi. Dimes is like a tricycle. But again, these guys somehow managed to make it through that last round of the Nightmare Cup.
Uh-oh. Well, look at Dimes. Again over the top rope.
I don't know why you and Steve are continuing to support this. He's clear. All right, you know, Nightmare Cup.
Wait a minute, Dimes just tagged himself in.
Dimes, you got to give it to him, feeling confident. The former heavyweight champion in Dimes, I mean, not a slouch to have on your team. You could have much worse partners.
I'm not so sure that Dimes and Cash Flow are going to be able to coexist, but I think it's going to work out just fine regardless, just because of the size that these two have.
Keep doing it. We're just going to continue doing it. Anyway, okay,
here we go.
Here we go. Oh! Dimes kicked to the midsection there.
Oh, look at those guns. Look at those
He would tell you
guns.
that was a big boot.
You can see that Dimes has been taking his protein powder. He's like Popeye with the spinach. Look out here.
He can eat all the spinach you want, Shannon, but tonight it's about the Nightmare Cup. It's about getting to the finals and securing the #1 contendership.
Dimes is about to choke slam Cow Hero. Look out.
Oh, come on. He can't. Dimes couldn't get Cal Hero up despite his gigantic size. Oh, here we go. Cal Hero, though, no problem getting Dimes lifted.
I don't think that's ever happened to Dimes before.
Okay. You could pick up Dimes, and I'm not saying that to compliment you.
Well, I am a heavyweight champion after all.
I swear to God.
Look at this double teaming.
Oh! Double spinning back elbow, though. Fanny Pack Party. Now, Shannon, let's look at it this way. Fanny Pack Party has been a team for a while, has had time to gel and really get used to each other, learn each other inside and out. Dimes and Cash Flow literally thrown together when Cash threw Dimes on his team.
Yeah, Dimes and Cash sort of pieced together, but it seems to be working out pretty well for both of these guys right now.
Ooh!
Unfortunately, not so well for the Fanny Pack Party.
And I don't think Cash ever necessarily thought about this when he chose Dimes as his partner, but Dimes has won the Nightmare Cup before. He's made it all the way to the end. He knows what it takes to be a winner. Maybe we'll see, a two-peat, a repeat. That's what that word is, not a two-peat, it's a repeat.
It looks like we're well on their way right now. Here comes Dimes again. Big Buddy Dimes.
Working as a good unit, keeping the ring cut in half, isolating Dustin Jackson in the corner.
Oh, look at that chop.
Dimes, not a very effective chop there. Oh, hold on. Cash Flow, handful of hair. Hold on, referee distracted.
Oh, Cash Flow just showed Dimes how to do the chop. And Dimes gave him another one for good measure.
Referee distracted by Cal Hero's aggression. Cash Flow and Dimes capitalizing on it. Double teaming Dustin Jackson again, isolating Dustin in that corner. Dustin definitely trying to fight out here. Dimes able to cut him off, stop that momentum in his tracks. It's what you got to do with Dustin Jackson. The kind of guy, if he gets momentum behind him, there might be no stopping Louisville's favorite son.
I thought that was Dimes, Louisville's favorite son. Look, here he goes. Dimes going for another choke slam.
Well, because he's so big, things orbit around him. Come on, you didn't even make that joke, but I knew you wanted
Dimes is going to hit it. Here it goes.
Dimes trying to hit that choke slam. Dustin Jackson, though, wrenching on that arm, stopping the big little man.
Oh,
no. Clothesline from Dustin Jackson.
Well, he's 0 for 2 on the choke slams tonight. It's not working out too well for Dimes.
Maybe he should go back to the drawing board, think of another maneuver. Might have a hard time with any choke slams after that attack from the arm by Cal Hero, though.
Look at Cash Flow trying to get in. The referee distracted.
Oh! Incredible scoop slam there from Cal Hero. What rotation he got on that, getting Dimes all the way over. Oh! Leg drop there from Dustin Jackson. Fanny Pack Party working well now, isolating Dimes, the smaller of the two men of the team. Trying to isolate and make him the weak link of the two. Hold on.
Oh,
hold on. Oh, another beautiful double team maneuver. Hit Dimes right in the roll of Dimes. Hold on, Cal going for the pin.
Referee distracted.
Cash Flow, a veteran of the ring, knows he can only break up a pin once in a tag team match, so saving that for later, just distracting the referee.
Oh, look at that. Ooh. What a move by Dimes. I mean, let's be real. This really isn't even fair to Cal Hero. Dimes is so big. Dimes has socks taller than Cal Hero. Here we go.
And you know it's not. And you're verified on Twitter. People trust you for real and honest. Fine, it's all right. Oh, hold on.
Oh.
Cash Flow pulling out the legs of Cal Hero, interfering again while the referee's distracted.
I think Cash Flow decided if he wasn't going to get tagged into the match, he was going to insert himself into the match.
Ooh, I might not agree with the tactics, Shannon, but I got to say Cash Flow and Dimes seem to be working pretty well in tandem right now. Pretty much on the same page.
And here comes Big Cash.
Cal Hero inches away from his partner, but you're in there with Cash Flow, an inch might as well be a mile. Oh, God. Right hand to the face of Cash Flow. Got to hand it to you, Cal. Brave, but there's a thin line between brave and stupid.
You don't want to make the big man mad. And I think that shot to the face just made Cash Flow, just made him upset.
It's the heart and drive of Cal Hero, the determination, the never say die attitude. He's not going to back down from Cash Flow or anybody. Oh, no matter how many of those painful maneuvers he might go through. Oh, that's going to be hurting tomorrow.
I think Cash Flow is saying this is it.
Usually when Cash Flow calls it, he's a man who can pretty much call his shots. Very Babe Ruth in that way. Cash Flow signaling the end. Cal Hero might be in trouble here. Sleeper hold, middle of the ring.
That's the last place you want to be.
Choking the life here out of Cal Hero, blocking those air passages. If you can't breathe, you can't fight.
I think Cal Hero's out.
Cal Hero can't quite reach those ropes. Those gigantic biceps of Cash Flow wrenching in all that strength and power for one of the biggest men on the OVW roster. Cal Hero might be fading here, Shannon.
Wait a minute.
Hold on. This crowd trying to will Cal Hero back into it, trying to pull some reserves out of the fanny pack. Cal fight back into it.
There we go.
Cash Flow with a handful of hair. Referee didn't see it. Distracted by Dimes once again. And the real Cash Flow right back to that neck and head area, trying to disorient and take out Cal Hero.
Literally trying to twist his head off. He could be the Headless Horseman for Halloween. Just get him a horse. Look at this, just rip it at him.
Cash Flow in control of this matchup, firmly in control of this matchup. Again, isolating Cal Hero. That's that veteran ring awareness of Cash Flow, knowing not to let in the well-rested man Dustin Jackson, especially a guy like Dustin Jackson, who thrives off of momentum in that hot tag. Dimes in now, looking to play cleanup. Cal Hero still down on the mat.
I mean, I'm just mesmerized every time that Dimes comes into the ring. Look at that big leg drop.
You're seeing Dimes and Cash Flow slowing down the pace of this matchup, not letting Dustin Jackson and Cal Hero get any sort of momentum, and that might be their game plan to try to move on to the finals of the Nightmare Cup. That's what hangs in the balance. You win this match, you're in the finals against Dysfunction, and then you win that.
Hey, look at this teamwork. Oh, no!
Nobody home. Speaking of Dysfunction, oh, nobody home for that one either. Cal Hero somehow getting out of dodge.
But Cal Hero's in the wrong corner. He's in the wrong corner.
Fanny pack pit here. What's he gonna do? Oh, tries to jump over, but there's a hurdle the size of Cash Flow in the way.
It's like trying to jump over a building. It's not gonna happen. Oh no.
Cal Hero elbow to the head of Cash Flow. Ducks under. Cal Hero gets the tag. Dustin Jackson, here we go. Dustin Jackson in, right hands raining down on Cash Flow. Former OVW heavyweight champion in there. Oh, drop kick. Dustin Jackson said, I don't care what former champion you are, you're also formerly on your feet.
Here comes Dustin Jackson.
Hold on. Oh, Cash Flow countered it.
Wow.
God.
Oh, that may have broken a rib or two, Kinnison.
That's like having a train come down on your midsection. Dustin Jackson was running full steam ahead, and Cash Flow just put all of his weight into that gut of Dustin Jackson. That'll squish your liver. That'll squish your kidneys. That'll squish your lungs, Shannon.
That'll crush your soul, and I think that's exactly what happened to Dustin Jackson.
That is an apt call. Dimes looking to play cleanup.
Oh, here he goes again. He's going for it for a third time. Kid Dimes.
His third time the charm here for Dimes. I don't think so. I would bet the farm on it, actually. Oh, hold on. Every man in the mat, every man in the ring now, but referee only favors.
Wait, look at this.
Hero.
Look at this. What?
Oh, hold on. Communication between Dimes and Cash Flow there, and Dustin Reddit was able to capitalize, make him pay.
Just when I thought we were going to see some good teamwork with Cash Flow and Dimes, it backfired. And there's a tag.
Oh, Cash Flow attacks Dustin, but Dustin's still able to get Cal before it's too late. Cal Hero in with the head full of momentum now, and okay, tag Dustin back in pretty quickly. Might have something planned here as far as the team's concerned. Oh, there we go. There's that Justin Express.
Oh, no.
There we go.
We're going to have a fitting.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are your winners. And advancing to the finals of the Nightmare Cup, the Fanny Pack Party!
Dustin Jackson hit that Jackson Express kick and put Dimes down for the 1, 2, 3. And FPP moves on to the finals of the 2021 Nightmare Cup.
Man you came to see, the best part of the whole damn shizzle, the greatest wrestler alive, Tony Bizzo, Reverend Ronnie Roberts. I used to think you were smart, man. I used to think you might have been just the little engine that could. You were resilient, and now I'm starting to think that you're just plain dumb. How many times does this man have to put you on your back? 1, 2, 3. But since your God done told you to do this one more time, let's do it. But for you, my brother,
Tony Bizzo, I always been honest with you and I gotta be honest now. We've had some setbacks lately. You know Al Snow is against you. You know that little troll announcer who I'm gonna get on, Brian Kennison, is against you. You know those fans are against you, but your mind has been in the wrong place. I've told you about that woman, Haley Jane. I've told you about the distractions.
Listen.
No. Is your mind right tonight? That's all I want to know.
My mind is more than right. Haley J is back at home because Bizzo told her she needs to be at home. Listen, it should be me tonight. I should be going for the OVW Heavyweight Championship with the Kentucky Heavyweight Championship around my beautiful waist.
Should. Tonight, if your mind is right, you go out there and prove it to me. Let's get it.
Tonight, OVW presents Apocalypse. And there's no one better you want on your side than the Triple R superstar Reverend Ronnie Roberts during Apocalypse. Now, Tony Bizzo, you and I have a little recent history. And the man upstairs has saw fit to put you in my path once again. Now, vengeance is his, says the man upstairs, but tonight, I get to pay the wages of sin. I'm gonna lay hands on you, and I hope Dr. Jones is with you, because I can't wait to lay hands on him too. Now, can I get a yay man?
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, accompanied to the ring by the Apex Intellectual, Dr. Ricky Jones, Tony Bizzo!
Get up on your feet or down on your knees, you haters, because this is the best part of the whole damn shizzle, the complete package. Tony Bizzo!
Tony Bizzo with a chip on his shoulder as big as the entire bag, Shannon. Had an opportunity to face Ryan Howe for the OVW Heavyweight Championship tonight after that triple threat match on OVW TV. Watched Luscious Lawrence walk away with that just the week before. He watched Luscious Lawrence walk away with the
And
Kentucky Heavyweight
his
title.
opponent, from the Church of the Divine Denominations, the Right Reverend Ronnie Roberts!
You know, when Dr. Ricky Jones came out here and mentioned all the haters, he was looking right at you, Kennison. You're one of the biggest haters out there. Why can't you just accept the fact that Tony Bizzo is the best part of the whole damn shizzo?
You know, it's the irony you say that when he looks at me, I can feel the hate. I can feel the hate, and then when he calls me a hater. So it's a really backwards thing. I don't. If anything, last time he yelled at me, I was supporting Tony Bizzo because I didn't want Ryan Howe to win that triple threat. Had Ryan Howe won that triple threat match, this would have been the Ryan Howe Rock Hour.
Speaking of Ricky Jones.
Oh, hold on.
He needs to get out of there.
He needs to get out of there immediately because this action is getting started. Tony Bizzo and Reverend Ronnie Roberts throwing hands here, kicking off this matchup.
Oh!
Now again, Shane, like we talked about, there's some pent-up aggression in Tony Bizzo, feeling like he was cheated out of not only the Kentucky Heavyweight title, but also the OVW Heavyweight title. You saw Ricky Jones backstage talking up his man, getting him ready for war. We might see a different Tony Bizzo tonight, but right now we're seeing the good Reverend take the good fight to Tony Bizzo.
Yes, he is. Usually Reverend Ronnie does a lot of talking tonight. He's letting his fist do all the talking.
His Walken's doing the talking tonight, Shannon.
Look at Ricky Jones. Ricky Jones is ready to fight.
Ricky Jones again paying dividends at ringside for Tony Bizzo, giving him much needed respite from this beating from Reverend Ronnie Roberts.
Oh no!
He chopped him in the femur.
Was that a thigh chop? What was that?
Right in the femur, chopped him. You usually see it in the chest, but you know what? That's gonna affect Tony Bizzo's means of conveyance. You're gonna be feeling that enough chops to the thigh. You're not gonna be as mobile as you once were.
Ricky Jones is not happy on the outside either.
Nope, snapmare takeover here from Reverend Ronnie Roberts, who's still wearing the ceremonial robes. And maybe it's a cape based on how he's flying into that drop kick. Wow. What a performance so far from Reverend Ronnie Roberts, Shannon.
Yeah, Reverend Ronnie Roberts came to fight tonight. There's no doubt about it. He has taken it to Tony Bizzo. Look at Bizzo fight back.
Bizzo fighting back, just trying to get a little bit of space, trying to gather his Bizzo bearings. Gives it deliberation. Here we go, Reverend Ronnie Roberts going to the top rope from the heavens, crossbody.
He's like a Reverend superhero flying with his cape.
Crossbody takes a whole nother meaning when the good Reverend does it, Shannon.
Bizzo's in trouble here.
Bizzo in some serious trouble here. Reverend Ronnie Roberts looking to put it away. Hold on, what we got here? Oh, what a leg drop he has gave us. Reverend Ronnie Roberts in firm control of this matchup.
Ricky Jones up on the apron. He's protesting. He doesn't like what he's saying. No, you can't hit Ricky Jones. No. They just hit a low blow.
He hit little Ricky. He hit him in the little Ricky.
You can't do that.
Hold on. Spine buster, wow. Bizzo using the distraction from from Ricky Jones, who is a little bit of a martyr at ringside. Got a little tap of the lower quarters, if you will, from Reverend Ronnie Roberts, but Tony Bizzo used it to get in control of this matchup.
I can't believe a Reverend would do something like that.
Oh, here we go, scoop slam from Tony Bizzo now. Reverend Ronnie Roberts in trouble. Tony Bizzo has really turned around the momentum in this matchup, has really turned the tables on the good Reverend.
Somebody check on Ricky Jones, make sure he's okay.
He seems like he's fine. He's got as much fire as usual, keeps staring daggers at me. I'm not the one who hit you there. Bizzo choking Reverend Ronnie Roberts on that middle rope.
I think that's exactly what Reverend Ronnie deserves. He's about to get some more from Ricky Jones on the outside here.
If Ricky was sore about what happened earlier, he's getting that and then some back on Reverend Ronnie Roberts for those cheap shots.
You're next, Kiddison.
Hey,
well,
Ricky Jones just said you're next, Kiddison. I don't know if y'all can hear that.
Oh, I heard him. I heard him very clearly. Halloween is scary enough. I don't need to have Ricky Jones beat me up in the backstage, too. You know, I've been ducking him all day.
I'd pay to see that. Meanwhile, look at Tony Bizzo just playing with Reverend Ronnie Roberts.
Bizzo in control of this matchup since that distraction. Ooh!
Oh!
Line him up, giving him a kick to the face. Tony Bizzo, now you're seeing that confidence, that ego come out, feeling like he's got in firm control of this. Lackadaisical pick, come on. Reverend Ronnie Roberts not having kicks at it too. I'm sure you got to think, that's the ego of Tony Bizzo. If he would have rolled that up tighter, actually made an attempt at that pinfall, he might have got a 3 on the good Reverend.
Now, you know, Tony Bizzo, he's got a lot of confidence, and rightfully so. You're Tony Bizzo, the best part of the whole show. When you're like that, you can win matches nonchalantly, pinning your opponent, as he has done many times.
But Shannon, that's the thing. He is the complete package. Tony Bizzo has size, strength, explosiveness, agility. He's got it all. But he chooses to have this demeanor, this attitude that's got him in more trouble than good lately. You're seeing Reverend Ronnie Roberts feeling the spirit now and getting back. Oh! Bizzo now feeling the spirit courtesy of Reverend Ronnie's right hands.
Look at Tony Bizzo, though. Look at the resiliency there to just fight back.
Can you see the whelps on that thigh from where Reverend chopped him earlier? I have a couple whelps from that as well.
I think Tony Bizzo's praying. Reverend Ronnie can relate to that, right? Come on, have some mercy on the guy.
Bizzo picking a weird time to find religion, but Reverend Ronnie Roberts not buying it. Oh! Right hands. Referee Daniel Spencer being a little loose with those closed fists, and hold on.
Oh, God. Do something, Ricky Jones. It's not going well for Tony Bizzo.
Reverend Ronnie Roberts might be moments from putting this away. Might have Tony Bizzo's number here. Clothesline.
Another big right hand. A series of big right hands from Reverend Ronnie, but he missed.
Oh, neck breaker from the Reverend. If he can capitalize, that might be it.
I think it's time for the hand of God for Reverend Ronnie Roberts.
Ronnie Roberts looking for the hand of God. Might be wasting too much time here, letting Bizzo recover. Bizzo looking to get back. Reverend Ronnie Roberts looking to get back to the church quick tonight. Oh, come on, Ricky Jones. Ricky Jones grabbing the feet.
Ricky Jones saw the hand of God coming, and he said, no, it's not going to happen. And Bizzo bomb.
Bizzo bomb, that might be enough right there. Actually, I'm sorry, Shannon, he calls that the special delivery. That's the complete package's special delivery. I apologize. All right, looking for that sharpshooter in the middle of the ring.
You can call it what you want it. Either way, it was effective. And Reverend Ronnie Roberts is in trouble.
Bizzo locking in that sharpshooter, using that upper body of strength to torque back. The lower back of Reverend Ronnie Roberts has to be in so much pain. Ronnie Roberts must be so far away from those ropes. Dragging desperately, can he get there? Come on, Reverend, get to those ropes. Oh, come on. Ricky Jones again getting involved. Pulling the rope away, now Bizzo pulls Reverend Ronnie back to the middle of the ring. Reverend Ronnie Roberts is on an island alone, Shannon.
Well, you know, it's not Tony Bizzo's fault that Reverend Ronnie doesn't have any friends. Nobody out here in his corner.
Bizzo sitting down, wrenching that in, torquing it even more. Reverend Ronnie Roberts has to be in so much pain right now. Can the Reverend hold on? Ronnie trying to get to the ropes here. This crowd trying to cheer him on, trying to give him the last little bit of energy.
Oh, look.
Ricky Jones pulled the... Yeah, finally, the referee caught Ricky Jones getting involved pulling the rope.
Ref can't call what the ref didn't see. The ref did not see Ricky Jones' hand on that rope.
Bizzo
he can only assume.
Bizzo again pulling Reverend Ronnie Roberts away from those ropes. Ronnie still fighting off that sharpshooter there, not letting Bizzo get it locked all the way in. Oh, what's going on here?
It's got giving him the leverage there.
Bizzo finally lets go of that sharpshooter as referees yelling at his boy Ricky Jones at ringside.
Wait a minute.
Roberts going for the hand of God, but hold on. Special delivery into a schoolboy. Schoolboy with a handful of Reverend tights.
What? Why is the ref not counting?
You can't grab the Reverend's tights. Hold on, roll up here from...
Wait, the Reverend Ronnie just grabbed Bizzo's tights.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, Reverend Ronnie Roberts.
Chief Reverend, he did it again.
Reverend Ronnie Roberts picked up the win and a handful of tights at the end for good measure, but you know what? One good turn deserves another. If Bizzo wants to pull the tights, Rev did the same thing, but you know what? He did it a little bit better, and he picked up the 1, 2, 3.
Tony Bizzo ripped off again. Unbelievable.
Reverend Ronnie Roberts might have to ask for forgiveness, but he's also going to have to ask for the winner's check at the pay window. Bizzo is incensed. Ricky Jones is incensed. Rick said he pulled the tights, but it's too late. It's been called. It's a W for the good Reverend.
Let me rap with y'all for a second. 5 weeks, 5 whole long weeks, I spent off of TV because of a green ninja, neon ninja, whatever. And now you want to give me the hood ninja? That doesn't matter. Management, throw whatever you want to throw at me. But can you reach out of space? And high, are you willing, and I mean really willing, to defy gravity? Because there's nothing higher than zero gravity.
Okay, Jose, we're running film right now. I'm going to need you to say something about your match tonight with AJ Daniels, former Rush Division champion. Or maybe something about the past couple of weeks with a Tony Gunn and LOB, maybe looking over your shoulder. Anything at all. 1, 2 words even. A hum.
No problem. It's a fetish.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from the Outer Space District, Mr. Zero Gravity, AJ Daniels.
Zero Gravity sounds like he's tired of fighting ninjas, but right now he's not just fighting any ninja. He's about to fight the hood ninja Isaiah, who has been in a bad mood the last several weeks, Shannon.
Oh, yes, he has. And what a match this is going to be. 2 ninjas going at it.
From the west end of the Ville, the Hood Ninja, Isaiah.
As you heard backstage, Isaiah, a man of incredibly few words. We also heard the producer talking to you. You're looking over your shoulder. Tony Gunn out there, the LOB
out there. I mean, Isaiah has no shortage of oddities going on in his life right now. Not least of which is this weird relationship he's developed with Tony Gunn. Tony Gunn constantly coming out and saving him. These guys finally shaking hands at last OVW television. I mean, I have no idea what's going on. I feel like I'm watching Inception.
Yeah, I can't figure out that relationship between Isaiah and Tony Gunn at all. I mean, we've never seen Tony Gunn sacrifice himself for somebody else, especially, you know, somebody like Isaiah, who he's been at odds with for years here at OVW.
I've known Tony Gunn for a number of years. There's only two people he cares about, his wife and himself, and I'm pretty sure Isaiah is not his wife. Isaiah taking it to AJ Daniels here in the early goings. On these two very fine competitors. The first ever Russian Division champion, a former Russian Division champion in Isaiah. This is going to be an incredible matchup, Shane, but you got to think Isaiah, even though he's looking great here in the early going, has a lot on his mind and eyes in the back of his head.
Well, he better, especially out here taking on somebody like AJ Daniels, because AJ Daniels can hit you from every side, kind of like this.
Are you kidding me? Drop kick over the second rope. Do you need the precision you need for that sort of maneuver? Wow. Hood Ninja Isaiah showing how he got his name.
Yeah, Isaiah flying out here.
That might have been the Mothman. All I saw was red in the air. It was Isaiah. I just wanted to make a Mothman reference. It's Halloween. Happy Halloween, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for OVW Apocalypse Night, wherever you might be watching. Got a night full of action for you tonight. Right now, it's Isaiah versus Mr. Zero Gravity, AJ Daniels. And AJ Daniels trying to get back into this, disorient the Hood Ninja with that kick to the face, and straight into that turnbuckle. So Isaiah tried to avoid that facial contact and went spine first into that turnbuckle, Shannon.
Yeah, that right there found its mark on Isaiah.
It might have left a mark on Isaiah as well. AJ Daniels tossing Isaiah back in this ring, knows he can't win on the outside. Double axe handle to that spine that just went in contact with the turnbuckle.
These two, a couple of high flyers. You never know what to expect from either offense from these guys.
Shannon, even more so with AJ Daniels over the last several months, this new attitude, aggression we've seen at him, he's more unpredictable than ever. When you pair that with his unorthodox offense as well, there's no way to plan or strategize for this guy.
You know, Isaiah had it made, you know, for years here in OVW. He was a part of the legacy of brutality. Then he turned his back on the legacy of brutality, and now he does have to have eyes in the back of his head because he's got nobody to watch his back.
Isaiah rolls up AJ Daniels onto his back. 2 count there.
Look out.
Oh, God. What a kick to the midsection. AJ Daniels rightly goes for the pin. Here we go. Ooh. Now, Shannon, to your point, I get it. Isaiah had a good, cushy position in the LOB, but Isaiah's not the kind of man to rest on his laurels. He's not the kind of man to accept what's given to him. He's a man who's going to work for more to better himself and the community around him, and he could not do that as a part of the LOB anymore. Oh, leg lariat.
I think that was the biggest mistake he ever made in his career when he walked out on the legacy of brutality, but here he is trying to make a name for himself as a singles competitor.
Shannon, he's been on a roll since then, has been doing very well for himself. Even got to the Final Four of that championship Rumble a couple weeks ago. Isaiah looking for the 10 punches in the corner. Looking to this crowd for support. Hold on. Corner hurry up and die punches. That's way more than 10.
Just throwing haymakers out here. Unloading on AJ Daniels.
Oh, wow. Hurry up and die punches into a monkey flip, and AJ Daniels is in trouble here. Isaiah in control and feeling it, Shannon.
I think AJ Daniels needs to get out of the ring right now and regroup.
Rake in the eyes from AJ Daniels right in front of the referee. Referee Jake Lloyd being real lenient there with that.
Uh-oh. The knee pad's down.
Looking for that blast-off kick. Isaiah smartly gets out of the way. Ooh, couldn't duck out of the way of that one, though. Kick to the groin gut area. Oh, AJ Daniels can't quite get the suplex. Isaiah reverse. Wow.
I think that could be it right there, but Isaiah's got something else in mind.
Shannon, I think you're right. I think that could have been a 3 count. Looks like Hood Ninja definitely just wants to put some punctuation on that sentence, wants to make sure that AJ Daniels is done.
And it looks like Isaiah is gonna fly.
What's a sandwich? Let a little mustard. I think we're about to see the swanton here, Shannon.
Look out!
Oh, full rotation. Isaiah hit it flush. Here we go. Pin. Greek, there we go. Isaiah picks up the huge win over AJ Daniels.
Here is your winner. Here is your winner. Your winner,
Isaiah. No LOP, no Tony Gunn, just a big W for the Hood Ninja Isaiah, rolling on his own, as his own man. I'm sorry, as his own ninja.
All right, Ovi. Going on, make some noise, Davis Arena. Of course, we've got our big costume contest tonight. We're going to have a prize for an adult and a prize for a child. We're going to be scanning the crowd all night long. We've got our judges in the back, so our judges are looking for the best costume in the house tonight. When we find it, we'll pick one adult winner, one child winner. They'll win a prize package, so be on the lookout for that. We'll pick our winner a little bit later tonight. Right now, let's go to the back where Star Rider is standing by.
Gustavo, on Thursday, you cost us the match in the Nightmare Cup, and you have the nerve to blame me? You think this is my fault? Since you won that Rush Division Championship, this has all gone to your head, mi amigo. All you're worried about is shaking your little hips, doing a little bit of that, and giving roses to pretty girls in the front row. Well, that's not what tonight is about, Gustavo. Tonight is about the Rush Division Championship. Tonight is about me taking it back, something that I should have never lost. And you and I, we used to be friends. We used to be like this, Gustavo. Like I said, since you won that Rush Division Championship, your head's gone like this. Too big for your own good. And tonight, I'm gonna beat you twice in the middle of that ring, take back my Rush Division Championship, and prove why I am what I say I am. And that's the star of the show.
Hermano, brother, something I used to call you, something I believe that you used to be. Star Rider, man, I just no lo puedo entender. You just piss on everything. Everything we've worked so hard that we've come and we've crawled, we've fought, and we put everything on the line in this division. This Rush Division was me and you. And you betray me. You call and you say that I have the ego. Hermano, you call yourself the star of the show. And you're the one with the biggest ego here. All of this stops. You used to be my familia, somebody I could call my brother. We come in the back, we laugh, we eat, we cheer, we were brothers. But ahora, all of that, ya salió para la puerta. Now, I'm gonna see you just like everything I ever see. A competition, an obstacle. Hermano, the word is gone. Esta noche en Apocalypse, ese va a ser el final. No solo una vez, but twice, I'm gonna kick your culo.
Strong words from both competitors in this match, and I would explain what culo is for those who don't know, but I think you can get it from the intent and where Gustavo was going with that. It's gonna be a hell of a fight between these two tonight.
It's like you really know what it means, really. Why don't you go ahead and explain it for us?
I'd rather not, Shannon. I've got a whole lot of other things I'd rather do.
We just saw a high-fly match. We're about to see another one right here. 2 out of 3 falls for the Rush title.
See the look on Gustavo's face, the intent, the seriousness of the Rush Division champion. No more dancing tonight. Straight to the ring. Straight into the face of Star Rider.
These two are ready to go right now. We don't need introductions.
You guys are gonna rip each other in half.
The following contest is a 2 out of 3 falls match, and it is for the OVW Rush Division Championship. Introducing first the challenger. He is from the great beyond, the star of the show, Star Rider. And his opponent, he hails from Honduras. He is the OVW Rush Division Champion, the muy guapo Gustavo.
Gustavo not waiting to be introduced. dude's getting right back to Starrider's face and I am the damn champion. You're gonna have to respect that. I'm gonna beat it into you tonight.
Yeah, Gustavo just taking that Rush Division Championship and showing it right to Star Rider, saying you're not gonna get this title tonight. This is the closest you're gonna get to this title.
Jen, I've never seen this serious of a face from Gustavo. He's a guy, he's a lighthearted guy, likes to have fun, likes to cut loose. He heard it, he cares about his brothers, his familia, but tonight it's all about the fight. Ooh! Star Rider going straight for that arm of Gustavo.
You know, it's all about getting that first fall, Kinnison. When you have that, you have the advantage. There's no pressure at that point. It's all about who gets that first fall. And there's 2 out of 3.
And Shane, uniquely in this situation, we've seen these guys go one-on-one over the last several weeks, and they both have wins over each other. They're at an equal standpoint, so it's hard to say who has an advantage going into this. You got a former Rush Division champion, arguably the longest reigning Rush Division champion against the current. Oh, here we go,
right here.
Pin.
We got
Star Rider with the early pin of Gustavo.
The winner of the first fall, Star Rider.
That is a huge advantage for Star Rider, Kinnison. That means Gustavo's now going to win 2 straight falls to retain his championship belt.
Star Rider used the emotion of Gustavo against him, caused that roll-up pin out of nowhere. And you see that frustration, that realization seeking in on Gustavo's face now.
Highly likely we could see a new Rush Division champion right here tonight.
Shannon, that is very
important. Wait a minute.
Oh, here we go, roll up. Let's go with pin. Star Rider not gonna get that early pin just like Gustavo. Here we go. Waist lock tie up here. Now, Shannon, you're seeing both these guys kind of playing it tight to the vest right now because they know one mistake. Oh, here we go, roll up from Gustavo. Star Rider able to get out. As we saw early on, all it takes is one mistake. One mistake and it could be a roll up really fast in this matchup. That's what the Rush Division brings to the table.
Yeah, Star Rider realizes that Gustavo is trying to get that quick pin. Star Rider doing everything he can to avoid that right now.
And Shane, you want to get that quick pin in because this is a 2 out of 3 falls matchup. You could end up having 3 matches. You're gonna need to conserve as much energy as possible. Oh God, you hear the contact.
I heard it and Star Rider felt it.
What a kick to the head. Star Rider might be seeing stars after that one. Ooh. Gustavo getting the foot up at the last second. Oh, cross body. Gustavo taking down Star Rider, but I think the Rush champion hurt his ribs a little bit on that one as well, Shannon.
Look out.
Oh, God. What a knee. Gustavo might need a minute after that huge knee. Wow, Star Rider in control here.
Star Rider looking very impressive. You know he wants that Rush Division Championship more than anything right now. And he's well on his way.
Gustavo able to get out the vertical suplex. Roll up, here we go, might be enough. Roll up tight, there we go. We're tied at 1. We are tied at 1.
The winner of the second fall, Gustavo.
And just like that, Shannon, it's sudden death in this 2 out of 3 falls Rush Division title matchup.
Can Gustavo come all the way back and get 2 falls here in a row and retain the Rush Division Championship?
Shannon, how do you add more emotion to a match that was already so chock full of emotion and tension? By making it sudden death, by tying it up at 1-1. Shannon, you can tell these guys want to rip each other to shreds. They don't even want to show who has the crowd support. They just want to show who is better, who deserves to be Rush champion.
Here we go, the decisive 3rd fall between Gustavo and Star Rider. They're just beating the hell out of each other.
Just raining down right hands in the middle of the ring. Gustavo looking to get the better of the exchange here. Gustavo got one over on Star Rider. Star Rider had the wherewithal to grab that rope. Oh, God. Star Rider thinking something big here.
Wait a minute, Star Rider's gonna fly!
Up and over, Star Rider's a shooting star, taking out Gustavo, Rush Division champion, down on the ramp.
But you gotta win the match in the ring, Star Rider.
Janet, if Star Rider slides in and Gustavo's counting out to 10, that's the match. We have a new champion. It's just 2 out of 3. Star Rider looking, gets Gustavo back in the ring, doesn't want to win that way, wants to definitively prove that he is better. I mean, you heard the exchanges these guys had. You heard them in the back before this match. This is deeply personal.
Absolutely it is. We've seen for weeks these two going at it, and it all comes down to this last fall. here at OVW Apocalypse. What a night it's been so far.
Star Rider getting back in, breaking that count. Oh, goes for the baseball slide, but Gustavo out of the way. Hold on. Gustavo,
oh, into the ring post.
Oh, God, head scissors into the steps and ring post. Star Rider Sidcast skating over the ring post and the stairs, and might take a little bit out of Gustavo as well.
I don't think Star Rider has any padding inside that mask, but he probably wishes he does right now.
He might not have any padding, but he might have some bruising, possibly some bleeding. Gustavo hyping himself up. A guttural scream coming from the Rush Division champion, getting himself back into this. Star Rider still not back to his feet after that maneuver in the corner. Desperation head scissors from Gustavo, but it did the job. Star Rider in trouble now. Referee got the count up to 6. These guys are gonna have to get back in before it's too late here.
What if we have a double count out?
Oh, into the barricade.
Counts up to 8. Counts up to 8.
Counts up to 8, and Star Rider, back in, breaking up the count. Maybe just trying to get away from Gustavo. Ooh. You don't see Gustavo or Star Rider fighting on the outside very often, very rarely involved in the barricade, but Gustavo able to get his feet under him. Hold on. Star Rider locking him up here. Oh, God! Missile dropkick to the face.
What's this?
Star Rider thinking of kind of a... Oh!
What? That could be it right here.
Running power slam maneuver.
Rush champion. No.
Gustavo kicking out at the very last millisecond, somehow getting that shoulder up. You see the look of Star Rider's face. He thought.
How can you see the look on Star Rider's face? He's got a mask on.
He's got eye holes, you jerk.
And he doesn't just wear his mask on Halloween. He wears it 365 days a year. Maybe you should do that, Kinnison.
I do when I go to the grocery. It's a health thing. Star Rider in control of this matchup, though, wanting to try to put Gustavo away, but what do you do? Oh, God!
Here's a chance for Gustavo.
Little Star Rider got hung up on the ropes there. Gustavo capitalized with that kick to the face. What a super kick. Star Rider might be super out of it after that.
This is an opportunity here for Gustavo. Star Rider is in trouble.
Gustavo again trying to rile himself up, trying to get that fire in him. There you go. There's that Honduran heat. Gustavo feeling it now. Oh, hold on. These guys just know each other so well. Stomped to the spine.
Just back and forth between these two. What a match.
What an aggressive attack there from Star Rider. Shane, you're absolutely right. It's tit for tat, back and forth. But again, these guys used to be best friends. Hermanos, as Gustavo said, familia. And now, bitter rivals, trying to beat the hell out of each other with the Rush Division title on the line.
And if you're keeping score at home, it's 1-1 in this 2 out of 3 falls match.
Oh, God! Do you hear the contact on that? When Gustavo follows up with the running cutter, folds Star Rider in half. And
luckily for Star Rider, though, right place at the right time, he was able to roll out of the ring before Gustavo could pin him.
The impact on that, though, Shannon, I wish we could show you that when, again, that running cutter sits Star Rider flipping over Gustavo to the outside. Violent, vicious impact from the Rush Division champion. Wow, Star Rider might be out of it here, Shannon. If Gustavo just sits in the ring, he might have this locked up with a win.
I don't know if Gustavo's going to do that, though.
Gustavo looks like he's got other plans here. Gustavo up and over. Oh, Star Rider ducks out of the way. Gustavo stopped himself. Oh, hops over. Oh, kick to the mouth. Might have lost a couple teeth from that one by Star Rider.
Looks like Gustavo's going for a ride.
Hold on, maybe we're going through our table right here. Oh my God! What? Backwards Hurricane Rana Gustavo sends Star Rider crashing down on his neck.
Star Rider may be out. I don't think he's moved.
Star Rider might be out. Gustavo's whole damn match out.
It can't end like this. Not like this.
Shannon, look at the dazed look in Gustavo's face. He might not know where he is.
Referee's back in the ring. The count is on.
The count is on, Shannon. Can either of these guys answer it, though? These two have beaten the hell out of each other. Both these guys, gigantic hearts. I don't know how they fit it in the arena sometimes.
I don't know if Star Rider is going to be able to get into the ring on his own power, but I think maybe Gustavo's going to help him.
I don't think he's helping Star Rider. Gustavo, I think helping himself. Doesn't want Star Rider to say, you didn't beat me. Yeah.
Sort of, what some people believe is sort of the protector of the facility. That's why you'll see a lot of balls or objects that are like, you know, they're round. Could be, even some people have brought balloons in here before, thinking the kids would want to play. There's several stories. I know the person who had the death certificate for the nurse and the baby. Okay, and on the death certificate, back in those days, to save face, you know, you had to be a good child. If you did anything wrong, they didn't, you know, you would ruin the family name. So they used an expression that when you died of weird circumstances rather than natural death. So the story is that this nurse, people, this is one of two stories, was impregnated by one of the doctors, and he was married. And so back in that time, that was a disgrace. So she ended up killing herself. Some people believe by hanging, other people believe by other measures. But the 502 room is the room that a lot of people claim things about that come here. Generally afterwards, when they go home, that they felt something or they noticed something. I know that they did those things back in those days where they would cover stuff up like that. So I do know something awful happened to that nurse, and it was because of something under weird circumstances like that. So do I tend to believe the rumors from back in the day? I do. You know, I mean, kind of, you know, a doctor, you're here all the time. You're married, you're probably not leaving the site. Cute nurse, probably happened. Because when we go to the death zone, you'll see where her body was probably transported down to Dixie Highway from that area to keep it quiet, because it would be the smartest way of doing it. Because they brought supplies up, but they also took bodies down so that people would see them. Because if you saw bodies every day dying and you're seeing people wrapped up, you're not going to have much hope that the disease is going to be cured. Back in those days, TB was far worse because you didn't have the internet. You didn't have information coming to you, which is bad and also good, so fast. They had to rely on other people, so it was like the world's coming to an end. So people did crazy things, you know, and if you think the world's coming to an end because everybody in the world you're hearing about telegraph, about, you know, radio is dying, and this was all your world was. No internet, nothing. Radio, and just what you're seeing and talking to the people. I mean, that would mess you up. It would just freak me out. Something crazy. He got something. Look at yours, Josh. Because you had my thing. No, I'm looking at mine. I'm looking at mine, and I don't have any thing. Look, this is the first picture. That's pretty awesome.
All right, Davis Arena, we are live back in the house, and we are ready to pick our winners for our costume contest. We got to give a big shout out to Sarah and Lily. Sarah is our adult winner. Make some noise for Sarah. And of course, Lily is our kids winner. Give it up for Lily. We've got prize bags for you. Sarah, I want you to take that mask off and show everybody what you've done over here, because it's super cool. Check this out, guys. Look at that.
Oh my gosh, that's even scarier.
Very nice.
Oh,
very nice.
okay.
We appreciate you guys being here at Davis Arena tonight. We've got some prize bags for each of you. Here you go. Thanks so much for coming out and being part of Apocalypse tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we got more action. Let's throw it over to the voice of the Valley. It's Eric Cornish.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Cincinnati, Ohio, AA, Harry Alexander.
Harry Alexander, AA, making her way down here. Queen of the German suplex, facing off against the Queen of the North. Jen, I wore a costume tonight. I'm the voice of OVW. Oh, good. I nailed it. I did good.
And her opponent from Fairbanks, Alaska. She is the Queen of the North, Freya the Slayer.
Freya the Slayer looking to add another head to her series of pikes, Shannon. Queen of the North has a stare as cold as the entire state of Alaska.
Well, you heard Ari Alexander say that she doesn't believe in ghosts, but she better believe in Freya the Slayer, because she may get a huge butt kicking at the hands of Freya coming up here in this next match.
Shannon, I I do need to say, we got Queen of the German Suplex, Queen of the North here, and I've got to give you credit for this.
Look at the size difference.
Sorry, compliment your jacket. It's a king-like jacket, Shannon. I'm actually really taken aback with how much I enjoy your new hardware here.
Well, it's much better than your knockoff jacket that you wear every week.
What's the knockoff of it? Just plain black. All right, never mind. Let's just get into it. Here we go. Freya the Slayer versus Ari Alexander, 1-on-1. And Shannon, I got to give it to Ari Alexander. I did talk to her a little bit in the back earlier, and she said, I'm not afraid. She might be big, but that means it's a big opportunity.
It's going to be a big hill to climb for Ari Alexander in this one.
I think you mean ice-covered mountain. Ooh. This is from Alaska. Oh, here we go. Waist lock here from Ari Alexander. Oh! Freya the Slayer easily escapes. Now, Shannon, we did see Freya the Slayer come at the end of Sierra's match on OVW television. OVW Women's Champion, after her match, was getting stared down by the Queen of the North. Oh. Clearly, making her intentions known. She wants a piece of the OVW Women's Championship. But first, Freya's got to go through Ari Alexander. Ooh.
There's a long line of women who think that they should be the OVW Women's Champion. Freya the Slayer is probably next in line to take on Sierra.
Shannon, you might be right, but right now Ari Alexander is trying to stake her claim to the OVW Women's Championship. You got to match. Ooh, huge clothesline. If Ari can somehow pick up what would someone call an upset win over Freya the Slayer, OVW management might be more inclined to be looking at giving AA an OVW Women's Championship match.
Yeah, a loss for Freya the Slayer tonight could be detrimental to that shot at the next OVW Women's Champion.
Oh, from the top of the ski slope in the middle of the ring, what a scoop slam. Freya the Slayer looking confident, saying it's just easy work, slapping those hands. Oh no, no. Looking to go off with her head here. Oh, God. Hold on. What's Freya thinking here? Locking up Ari in those ropes.
I know what Ari is probably thinking right now. She's probably thinking she was back at Waverly Hills Sanitarium.
Ari, AA bent in half, almost turned into a single A there by Freya the Slayer. Oh, no.
What does Freya have in mind here?
Oh, Freya calling for it. Oh, the guillotine. No, followed up with that huge kick. Freya the Slayer in firm control of this matchup. Ari Alexander might just be moments away from Freya the Slayer bringing down an avalanche of pain and putting this match away.
Look at Freya, just making it look easy.
Oh! Ari Alexander gets out of the way. Desperation that it did her the favor. Nobody home for Freya the Slayer. Freya getting a little frustrated. Oh!
Ari has to stay on that second rope just to be as tall as Freya, just to look eye to eye.
Ari doesn't have to stay on the top middle rope. She's got to stay on her game if she wants any chance of Freya the Slayer going down for the 1, 2, 3. Ooh. Oh, no. Freya.
Ari's about to fly.
Oh, my God. First class flight to Alaska from Freya the Slayer. Ari Alexander, Shannon, looks dazed. We've never seen someone woman handle Ari Alexander like this. Hold on, Freya's letting up for it. Northern Lights out. That's got to be it. Ari Alexander might be out cold.
Here's your winner, Freya the Slayer.
Freya the Slayer, cold as ice, puts away Ari Alexander, the Queen of the North, further solidifying her argument. She deserves to be in the OVW Women's Championship picture.
There's no doubt about it. And we still got the Nightmare Cup finals coming up tonight. I think Ari Alexander just had her nightmare.
Jared, you might be right. You might be right.
On the wall, who's the most luscious of them all? And tonight at OVW Apocalypse, I'm gonna show Ryan Howe that love is the most powerful thing in the universe, and that the House of Lusts is stronger than ever. Already made history being the first KY Hold the Jelly champion. And tonight, I'm gonna make more history and be a double champion. Tonight, I become Juicy 2 belts.
Sister Lawrence, congratulations. You cheated yourself into a title match tonight. But the congratulations stop there. Because Thursday Thursday night, you stopped my concert. And then you cheated your way into a win and stopped my big concert, my rock and roll coronation ceremony for the heavyweight title from happening tonight. And you took it from me, and you took it from the people. And now, Luscious, you tried to stop The Rock. You tried to stop The Rock. But Luscious, you can't stop The Rock. You won't stop The Rock. You'll never stop The Rock. Omar Mir tried to stop The Rock, and he ended up hurt, beat, and bloody in my hands. And he had to give up his title. And now maybe tonight, instead of juicy 2 belts, you become juicy no belts. You don't win this title. I beat you so badly you have to give up yours, and we go home and have a party. And you tuck your tail between your legs and run back to Thunder Mountain where you belong. Ow!
Thunder Mountain, Thunder Island. Come on, Ryan.
I gotta tell you, juicy no belts has a great ring to it.
Luscious Lawrence knows he's got a big, juicy opportunity in front of him tonight. Literally grinding his way to the top. He has opportunity to win the OVW Heavyweight Championship and all the prestige and lineage that comes along with it, Shannon.
Well, let's just talk about, first of all, Luscious Lawrence, the first ever Kentucky State Champion. Too bad we don't have a Kentucky State Champion that Kentucky can be proud of, like Ryan Howe. He's somebody everybody can be proud of. He's a true rock star, a true hero.
From what I understand, minutes after Luscious Lawrence won that Kentucky Heavyweight title, got a call from Andy Bashir congratulating him. Mitch McConnell wanted to make lunch plans.
There he is.
You don't have to plug it in. You don't have to plug it in, Ryan. You don't have to. You have music playing.
Play it, Ryan, play it.
Come on. Okay, through the pick. Now he can't play. He has no pick.
That's what you think. He's the greatest rock star of all time. And the fact that he has the heavyweight championship belt proves that. I mean, did Angus Young ever have a championship belt? I don't think so. Robert Plant? What about Mick Jagger?
That doesn't mean he's the greatest rock star of all time.
Steven Tyler, did he ever have a championship belt? Absolutely not. Ryan Howe is the greatest rock star of all time.
I'm sure any of them could have won a title belt if they cheated in the Rumble in order to do so.
He didn't cheat. He won that fair and square.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the OVW Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first the challenger, hailing from Thunder Island. He is the OVW Kentucky State Champion, Mr. Juicy Luscious Lawrence.
Big juicy chant going here in the audience, Shannon.
What do these idiots know?
And
they like
his
the
opponent,
juice.
he hails from Rock City, Florida. And he is the OVW Heavyweight Champion, Rockstar Ryan Howe.
The man who made me love books on tape more than music, Ryan Howe. Just the worst.
You can't appreciate good music when you hear it, Kennison.
You know what I appreciate? I appreciate that Luscious Lawrence won the triple threat on OVW television, setting up this matchup so we didn't have to have the Ryan Howe rock concert tonight.
Well, you couldn't carry a tune in a bucket. What do you know about music? What do you know about being a rock star? Ryan Howe knows everything about that.
I don't want to carry Ryan's tune in a bucket. I want to put the bucket over my head so I can't hear Ryan Howe anymore.
Well, you'd be the only person because all these people here want to hear Ryan Howe play guitar.
That was such a good joke. You even realize that Buckethead is a musician who's better than Ryan Howe.
Give me a break. Nobody's better than Ryan Howe. when it comes to wrestling or when it comes to music.
We're going to find out about that tonight, Shannon. Luscious Lawrence, the Kentucky heavyweight champion, one-on-one with Ryan Howe for that OVW heavyweight championship. If Luscious Lawrence gets best Ryan Howe tonight, Ryan Howe's going to be playing a whole different song because Lawrence will be juicing
just kissed that belt. I think Luscious Lawrence, he doesn't have his hands on that belt. He's going to kiss it goodbye. He's never held that title. He's never going to have it.
That belt might be Ryan Howe's girl right now, but Luscious Lawrence has never been afraid of kissing another man's girl. No, that's fine. That adds up.
We won't talk about what he did to, well, Haley's mom.
No, we can't talk about that. We shouldn't talk about that. I think Ryan Howe wrote a song about it, though. I think AC/DC wrote one about it preemptively called Rock Me All Night Long.
Wait a minute.
Shook Me All Night Long.
Shut up, Kennison. You're showing your ignorance. Look, I think it's a peace offering. I think Ryan Howe's, oh, yeah, a pick right to the face.
Luscious Lawrence trying to return with the slap there, but Howe ducks out of the way.
Look at Luscious Lawrence, like he knows how to play a guitar.
I don't know, I think he's been known to tickle a fiddle or two in his time. Luscious Lawrence is quite the musician, more of a Barry White.
He's doing like a couple of bulls just locking horns.
Calling elbow tie up here to start out. Now, Shannon, Ryan Howe in no rush to get this match rolling. He knows he wants no piece of Luscious Lawrence, just wants to keep playing guitar and hold on to that title.
Luscious Lawrence trying to taunt Ryan Howe, trying to get into the head of the OVW heavyweight champion.
You heard, he might be right. I mean, Ryan Howe, you heard him. Lawrence might be in his head. Howe was obsessed with Lawrence trying to stop The Rock. You saw the aggression and fury come out, the switch flip, if you will. Ryan Howe does not like when people try to stop The Rock.
It's really just a shame that we couldn't have a 2-hour rock concert from Ryan Howe tonight.
Shame or a blessing? It's like Reverend Ronnie Roberts got us a miracle from the big man upstairs, and I could not be more grateful that OVW Apocalypse is happening instead of the Ryan Howe Rock Show.
There we go.
There we go. That headlock here, Luscious Lawrence, middle of the ring with the OVW heavyweight champion. Action still a little slow, waiting to get underway in this matchup. Both guys kind of trying to feel each other out, get a psychological advantage.
Luscious Lawrence just wrenching it in there on Ryan Howe.
Luscious Lawrence grinding up on Howe, maybe trying to get in the head of the OVW heavyweight champion.
I mean, Ryan Howe's used to that. All the groupies trying to do the same thing to him every night.
Oh, just you. You were the only one.
What are you talking about? Right? Oh, no. We don't need to see Luscious Lawrence swiveling those hips anymore. I'm about to throw up.
I get it. Sometimes Ryan Howe's solos get me in the same way in my gut. I understand completely. If you need to get up from the desk and go throw up, you go right ahead, Shannon. I'll hold down the fort here. Here we go.
Well, speaking of which, I'm going to do that here in just a little bit because tonight, in our main event, the OVW National Championship is on the line. Mr. Spectacular, Jesse Gunners, takes on Nick Dinsmore.
Shannon, can't wait for that main event later for you to leave the table, but Jesse Gunners, you got to imagine watching this match very closely because the OVW Heavyweight Champion is right there in line for his National Heavyweight Championship.
And again, Luscious Lawrence.
Lawrence again grinding his way to the top, as he likes to say, Shannon. And Ryan Howe throwing a rock star tantrum.
Well, he's not used to being treated like that. Ryan Howe's used to being treated like a rock star.
Well, Shannon, he can go in the back and eat all the green M&Ms he wants once this match is over. Oh, atomic drop there from Luscious Lawrence.
He prefers blue.
Lawrence looking for that big juicy crab. Oh no, Gaze in the fishbowl, Gaze in the fishbowl. We haven't seen it for a while, but it's a special occasion. That's when you pull it out. Luscious Lawrence in control here.
Does this mean that Ryan Howe's a swinger?
It means he's dizzy, Shannon. It means Ryan Howe's gourd has been rocked here at OVW Apocalypse. Luscious Lawrence in control of this match.
Luscious Lawrence is taking a little bit too much time here, though.
Howe is having an issue here in the corner.
Oh, no. I think Luscious is trying to back that thing up.
Oh, nobody home.
Oh.
Luscious Lawrence backed it all the way up, and all that momentum used against him as he got all turnbuckle. Ryan Howe got Luscious Lawrence locked up in the corner here. Oh, no. That's a precarious situation for anybody, but especially for Luscious Lawrence.
What's Ryan Howe going to do?
Oh, my God.
Oh.
What a kick to the groin. The referee didn't see it.
They kicked it right into his juicy fruits.
Ryan Howe might have been trying to tie Justin Tucker's field goal record with that kick. That's a good 50-yarder. Here we go. Oh, come on. Feet on the ropes. Luckily, the referee caught it that time.
Whose feet were on the ropes? I didn't see anybody's feet on the ropes.
Ryan Howe cheated like 3 times in the span of 30 seconds.
Uh-oh.
Lawrence in trouble
The armbands
here.
are off. That means Ryan Howe is ready to put this one away right here.
Shannon, Ryan Howe might be one of the most obnoxious people I've ever seen in my entire life, but he's a fantastic professional wrestler. I can give him that. He's got great ring awareness. He's a veteran. He knows his way between those ropes.
You really just call Ryan Howe one of the most obnoxious people you've ever met? I guess you don't know yourself very well, do you? Look out.
Oh, hold on. Here we go. One night stand power slam. If Lutz hits this, he could be the new champion. Oh, Howe sensed it, able to get out of that, had it scouted. Oh! Howe kicked to the midsection there, trying to drive the wind out of the lungs of Luscious Lawrence.
Well, Luscious Lawrence was out here taunting Ryan Howe, and now Luscious Lawrence is getting exactly what he deserves. You don't treat a rock star like that. Luscious Lawrence is finding out firsthand right now.
Well, when an actual rock star shows up, maybe Luscious Lawrence, so get in order. But right now, he's just facing Ryan Howe, the OVW heavyweight champion, with that title on the line.
Yeah. Now see, the women go crazy when Ryan Howe swivels his hips.
Oh, nobody home. Nobody home. Howe drove his knuckles with all his weight behind him into that mat, that unforgiving mat. Ooh. Lawrence trying to fight back into this now. Ooh. Dive to the corner there. Luscious Lawrence feeling it.
Oh, no. This is the last place you want to be when you're in the ring with Luscious Lawrence. Oh.
Here we go. Fat bottom girls make the world go round, but Luscious Lawrence's fat bottom makes Ryan Howe go out of the ring.
Oh, forget about the green M&Ms. Somebody get Ryan Howe a breath mint.
Luscious Lawrence trying to get Howe back in this, knows he can't win the OVW Heavyweight Championship with Ryan Howe on the apron. Ooh! Howe using that top rope, bringing Luscious Lawrence down on it, driving the wind out of the throat. And here we go, Pennant's in the middle of the ring. Luscious Lawrence getting out at 2. You see the frustration growing on Ryan Howe's face with every kick out, with every counter. Ryan gets that little more frustrated, Shannon. Might be taking off his game plan.
I think you're seeing disgust on Ryan Howe's face after Luscious Lawrence just backed his derriere right into Ryan Howe's face. Oh.
Speaking of faces, Ryan Howe dropping Lawrence's face on his knee, and here we go, roll up.
Ryan Howe's never been a brown noser. Ryan Howe, though, is in control of this matchup.
He most certainly is, Shannon, and he's also the OVW Heavyweight Champion, and you know Luscious Lawrence would love nothing more than to pry that away from Ryan Howe and become Juicy 2 belts. And you're in this crowd wanting that out as well.
Oh, no. Nobody wants Juicy 2 belts.
The halls of Davis Arena echoing with the chants of Juicy 2 belts.
Juicy no belt sounds a lot better.
Oof. And Shannon, I'm telling you, there's something spirited in Davis Arena tonight. There's something special in here. Now, folks, as I understand, we had some technical difficulties with our stream, and we do apologize for that, but someone brought a Ouija board. There's spirits, there's ghosts, there's a ghost in the machine, if you will.
Well, I think maybe we need Reverend Ronnie to come out here and exorcise a ghost.
Who knows? OVW After Dark, we might have an exorcism, but folks, we're working on it. We're going to try to get it fixed. Again, it's the Ouija board, or possibly Shannon's fault.
Exercising is nothing you know anything about. Only exercise you ever get is jump to conclusions and stretching the truth.
If that joke was any older, you'd go on a date with it.
Here we go. Ryan Howe's going to put him away right here.
Ryan Howe, Irish whip into the corner. Luscious Lawrence showing that agility. Not where you want to be. Ryan Howe knocking on the back door.
I think Ryan Howe just saw an eclipse.
Oh, God, what a clothesline. Luscious Lawrence in control now, feeling it. Back body drop, sends Ryan Howe flying. Luscious Lawrence in control. Shane, we might see a new OVW Heavyweight Champion if this keeps up. Oh, what a power slam.
Let's hope not.
Lawrence feeling it.
I already told you that Kentucky's not even proud to have Luscious Lawrence as their champion. The world certainly wouldn't be proud of Luscious Lawrence as the World Heavyweight Champion. Where's Luscious Lawrence going?
Lawrence looking for it. All his juicy followers cheering him on. Lawrence might be moments away. Oh, double axe handle with nobody home. Ryan Howe ducking out of dodge. The Juice Army in solid defiance here. Hold on, Lawrence.
Oh no!
Went for that baseball slide, but Howe capitalized.
What a move by Ryan Howe! Lawrence is stuck between the apron and the ring.
Ryan Howe, shouldn't that frustration come out now that Luscious Lawrence is stuck in that ring apron?
He just covered him up.
Oh, God, you hear the contact on that. Ryan Howe frustrated and incensed with Luscious Lawrence. Wanted to make an example of him, I think mostly just wanted to hold on to that title and live to rock another day. Ooh. Ryan Howe getting in, breaking up the pin, getting a little bit of rest as well.
Ryan Howe, he's got Luscious Lawrence right where he wants him.
Oh, dangerous position here, both men on the apron.
Come on, Ryan, win this match so we can hear another concert. People are dying to hear an encore from Ryan Howe.
I don't think I appreciate the Halloween and Apocalypse joke, but they're dying, but come on, no one wants to hear that. Let's be, hold on.
Whoa.
Oh, God.
Oh!
Oh, right in the percussion section. Oh, my gosh.
That's right, Luscious Lawrence will be singing a higher note after that one.
And the drums are pounding, you gotta imagine. Ryan Howe dropped Luscious Lawrence on that top rope, and now the champ in control of this matchup. Howe looking for something big from this top rope.
Can Ryan Howe put Luscious Lawrence away?
Oh, what a blockbuster! That might be enough. Luscious Lawrence in the middle of the ring. Howe looking for the win.
Oh!
How did Luscious Lawrence kick out of that? That was a vicious blockbuster.
I've never seen one.
Howe frustratingly trying to continually cover Lawrence. Lawrence just keeps kicking out.
I can't believe this, and neither can Ryan Howe.
You can see it on his face that he can't believe it. Ryan Howe is just in shock. Howe wondering, what do I have to do to put away the King of Juice?
That's a good question. I think Ryan Howe's trying to figure it out. This may be it right here, though.
Howe going to the top turnbuckle, hoping to turn this grape into a raisin, get rid of all the juice, and walk away with the win. But Luscious Lawrence is the Kentucky Heavyweight Champion for a reason, Shannon. He is not easy to put away.
Ryan Howe looking for a big move here on the top rope.
You hear it, Shannon. You hear the Juice Troop going wild here in Davis Arena, cheering on Luscious Lawrence.
I think they're saying encore.
Juicy doesn't even rhyme with encore. With the delusion, doesn't matter. Here it goes. Ryan Howe trying to do a superplex here, but hold on.
Oh no!
Lawrence going for a super kiss. Ryan Howe off that middle turnbuckle. Lawrence was able to fight back into it.
Luscious Lawrence up top again.
Lawrence looking for that big juicy double axe handle. Oh, there he goes from halfway across the ring. That might be enough right there. New champ.
No. Ryan Howe was able to kick out. You can't stop The Rock. Kennison, haven't you learned anything yet?
You can't stop The Rock, but Luscious Lawrence came so close. We almost had a new champion right there. Lawrence sensing it, looking for that one-night stand power slam. Hold on. Big deep roll up here.
Oh.
Somehow Lawrence able to get out of that schoolboy, even with a handful of tights from Howe. Hold on. Howe looking to put this away with that neck breaker. Lawrence powers out. Famous, sir.
Oh, no.
Famous, sir. We might be moments away from a new OVW Heavyweight Championship. Here we go. There we go. One night stand. There we go. That's it. New champ. What? What the hell? What the hell?
Spider-Man came to the rescue.
That cameraman just attacked Luscious Lawrence. We had a new champion. We had
the winner of this contest as a result of a disqualification, Luscious Lawrence.
But Ryan Howe is
the
still
title
the champion.
does not change hands on a disqualification. Still, your OVW champion, Ryan Howe.
Who is this masked man? Who is this masked man?
That's Spider-Man. Can't you see?
I'm sure that's not Peter Parker or Miles Morales. What jerk just ruined our man?
It's Tony Bizzo! It's Tony Bizzo!
Tony Bizzo built a deeper web for this feud between him and Luscious Lawrence. Just costed the leader of the Juice Troop the OVW Heavyweight Championship. I think Luscious Lawrence has arachnophobia after that. Tony Bizzo getting involved in Luscious Lawrence's business again, but Ryan Howe able to retain his OVW Heavyweight Championship due to the disqualification. I don't think Luscious Lawrence knows what hit him. Tony Bizzo, a bitter, jealous, resentful man hit him with the camera. Ridiculous. Ryan Howe somehow still your OVW Heavyweight Champion. Where's the guitar? Get the double neck guitar for Ryan Howe. We all want an encore. No, the Ghost got it. Don't worry about the guitar. The Ghost got it. I'm out of here, Kennison. I gotta get ready for Jesse Gunners.
Yo! We don't have any of ours.
No, that's not any of
Yeah, none of the other photos have that.
Yeah.
It's close. Yeah.
It's in there at all.
So look, there's a
But it's on
picture.
his.
Wonder what room that is.
Let me see that.
Let's see. That's what I said, we should go back there.
Yeah, show that in the picture and then zoom.
Okay, there's the pole. Oh, it's the first window. That's cool.
Is that where you said that you saw the
Let's go upstairs.
a few years ago?
Yeah, zoom in there.
Yo, Steve. I'm pegging out, dude. Holy cow, this K2 is pegging out. And that was the first time it's done that, too.
No, that shouldn't do that.
Ever showing the picture?
No, it shouldn't do that.
Dude, that just went. It wasn't. That just went.
Let's go upstairs.
Let me see that one more time. Because the pole's downstairs.
Good catch.
There's the pole. It's right here.
It's open, so it's not even a window.
That's what I'm saying. Look, it's open.
Let me see. That's absolutely it.
There would have had to have been somebody standing up here. There was nobody here.
That's fucking crazy.
That is
Look,
crazy.
He said it himself. That's fucking crazy.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I think that's pretty awesome.
That's
worth the trip.
It is worth the trip.
And that happened before I went in. Didn't
I
even
know.
know it.
We were out here messing around,
I
taking
remember
pictures.
somebody comment on that. So look at that picture above your head.
Right before this, I watched it on my screen, and that was the one around where
And I was like, what? I thought it was about that.
out, and that's it.
Oh, yeah, they
I can
were.
see it on camera. That's it.
Yeah.
What is that?
Unless it's something where all the cameras
I can tell you that.
It was like, I had it, and I seen it.
You want to take the ramp or you going to take the stairs?
That's the original.
Alright, so that K2 meter's going ham, dude. That thing's pegged out.
That is.
That's weird.
See, that's what it was doing the whole time we were upstairs. Catch up.
You're like the only two I can get shots of right now.
Oh, you're welcome. The best shots. That's it? You made me walk down here for this?
Hey, you can't go down on your feet. Oh, we're going to feel it on the way back.
Man, I thought you had to go through the door or something.
Look, turn around and look up. That's how far it is.
anytime we're away from people, that's when we're getting readings and interactions.
I'm starting to get that. They're sitting up on, look at that, look at that. You're hitting the meter, you're giving me goosebumps, and you're making my eyes tear up. Before we get out of here, say something to this little red thing when I'm out of here. You talk to it, and it'll hear you. Just here to figure out if you want to be our friend and hang out. You don't like the bright lights, do you? You don't like all those lights. You ever seen that thing hang out at 20 before for no reason?
No, for no reason, no. I got no explanation.
I don't need it.
Yeah, we're coming.
When I went through, I actually felt a lot of cold chills. I felt lightheaded. So after today, I definitely believe in ghosts.
The thing is, we all went into the morgue, a smaller group of us. All of a sudden, one of the ratings was just flipping, just going crazy. And then as we turn, we see a little red ball on the ground. Now, a lot of things you can try to explain with science, right? So we're looking, no windows nearby, and it just starts going in a circle, right? That doesn't make sense with wind, that there's no earthquake or anything, completely unexplainable.
It was interesting to follow up on that. You know, we were getting readings on the K2, we were getting readings on the EMF meter, and small groups of 5 or 6 people. And then, you know, once more people started trickling in, the readings just disappeared.
I did not. I had the leather jacket.
I witnessed a lot. I watched a ball spin in circles over and over again. And you weren't there. What were you doing? Walking down the hall, and I saw this figure, and it was like this dark figure just stand up and then walk across, and then I went to the back of the group.
I also witnessed the red ball that was moving around on the floor, nobody around it. I felt somebody touch me on the back of my neck, but nobody was around me. I heard some things in there, so yeah, I definitely had some experiences.
I definitely think that there's some crazy nonsense going on in there, and I don't think I need to come back. I think I learned learned what I needed to learn, okay?
So it does kind of feel like maybe we disturbed something while we were here on our tour tonight.
So, if you come and check out this place, just know you might not leave the same.
I've lived around this area my whole life and have never not once been at Waverly Hills. But I tell you what, this is a very interesting place, and if the opportunity arose, I would love to truly investigate Waverly Hills.
Yeah, same here. Yeah, absolutely.
These are just figures and possibly used for some stuff.
Now, Steve, I have said this on more than one occasion. Now, folks, welcome back. Dancing Stevie J, Steven Johnson, Shannon the Dude going to do his managerial duties for Mr. Spectacular Jesse Goddard in his National Heavyweight Championship matchup. And Steve, as I was saying, I've said this a few times, legitimately, if I was going to pick anyone to fight a ghost, it would be Hollywood Haley J. And if she's not willing to go back to Waverly, no one should go to Waverly. You ain't got a chance in one of the most haunted places in the world.
Yeah, you notice you didn't see me there, and for very good reason. There's no way that I'm stepping anywhere close to that. Now, we are heading towards the main event. Main event matches need main event talent calling it. Here I am, Dancing Stevie J, the king of commentary. Shannon the Dude had to go take care of his client, Jesse Goddard, for the big main event tonight. But we are just getting started. We've got the finals of the Nightmare Cup.
I was excited he was here and he immediately ruined it. But folks, all right, we're going to worry about the Waverly thing. We're done with it. That's a haunted place. So is Davis Arena, and we got some more action coming inside of it. The Nightmare Cup finals are coming up, as well as the OVW National Heavyweight Championship matchup between Nick Dinsmore and Mr. Spectacular. But you don't need any more of this desk. You need some more wrestling. So, Eric, my man, tell him who's fighting.
This is not a test.
newly named Dysfunction, Brandon Espinoza and Tom Coffey, Steve, making their way to the finals of the 2021 Nightmare Cup. And I gotta point it out, Tom Coffey told me earlier, that's a real bear skull.
I don't doubt it. I'm sure he hunted the bear and got the skull himself. Sometimes all it takes is a little bit of a change of scenery, a little bit of a refocus, if you will. Dysfunction in the finals of the Nightmare Cup, looking to be... Oh.
Dysfunction obviously wanting to win the Nightmare Cup, move on to face Dark Clouds, the OVW Tag Team Championship, because that's where the line, Steve. A #1 contendership for the OVW Tag Team titles, but in their way, Fanny Pack Party, one of the top teams we've ever seen here in OVW, gelling together so incredibly well. Like gummy bears melting in the sun have these two gelled together. And Dustin Jackson and Cal Hero have every chance in the world of walking out of here.
The following tag team contest scheduled for one fall is the finals of the Nightmare Cup. The winners of this contest will become the #1 contenders for the OVW Tag Team Champions and will win the Nightmare Cup 2021. Introducing first to my left, the team of the Iron Bear, Tom Coffey, and Brandon Espinosa. This is Dysfunction.
Dysfunction proving they're very much functional, making it to the finals here, Steve.
And their opponents to my right, it is the team of the Fanny Pack Kid, Cal Hero, and Dustin Jackson, the Fanny Pack Party.
Former 2018 Nightmare Cup winner Dustin Jackson looking for another win, another notch in the belt for the King of Louisville.
Steve, Louisville's favorite son, Dustin Jackson, made it to the finals of the Nightmare Cup last year, wasn't able to make it. Cal Hero got eliminated in the first round. This time, both guys in the finals looking to walk away with it all. But not if Tom Coffey and Brandon Espinoza have anything to say about it.
That prior experience is gonna be very pivotal in how this match plays out. They've been to the top. Well, Dustin has been to the top. Cal has been in the tournament before. They know what to expect here, but with the newly formed Dysfunction, maybe they don't know what to expect from those two.
Now, see, Tom Coffey and Brandon Espinoza have been teaming together for a little bit now, and you got to give it to Espinoza. Taking Tom Coffey under his wing, if you will, mentoring this young man who is brute strength, who has unspeakable agility, and also an astrophysicist, has brains for days. Brandon Espinoza knows Tom Coffey is a force to be reckoned with in many, many ways. Thought it smart to bring the young man under his tutelage and maybe have his back moving forward.
Now that's a big wing to fit a man like the Iron Bear under it, but Brandon Espinoza knows how to pick talent. Again, been in the industry for quite some time.
Oh, God!
My
Almost
goodness.
broke the turnbuckle. Fanny Pack Party isolating Tom Coffey, double team maneuver, double team Irish whip into that turnbuckle, almost broke the ring.
They've got the ring cut in half. Espinoza trying desperately to get in, but Fanny Pack Party gelling, like you said, like a couple of melted gummy bears out in the sun. These two have got Tom Coffey all locked up.
I'm saying that because I got some gummies out of the cauldron of candy earlier, and it sat on me.
Here, you're getting on me for the candy on Thursday, and you're taking it now. Shame on you, Bryant.
Gustavo gave it to me, and he was handing it out to the fans. The fans love Gustavo. They love the candy, and they've loved OVW Apocalypse so far. And, folks, make sure you're joining in on the conversation on social media using the hashtag OVW Apocalypse or OVW Live. We've given you plenty to talk about, and I think Dysfunction and Fanny Pack Party are going to give you one more great conversation topic.
Now, let's remember, for both of these teams, this is their second match of the evening. So you know, a little bit of exhaustion already before the match even started. You got to wonder, how long are these guys going to be able to go?
Have you been watching this in the back? Dysfunction won in like 30 seconds. These guys are fresh as a daisy.
I mean, they're big guys, though, so it doesn't take much.
You want to go in there and say that to them? You want to go tell Tom Coffey he's winded?
I'll stay right here and say it.
Yeah, okay. Fanny Pack Party, though, put up a hell of a fight earlier against Cash Flow and Dimes. Were able to pick up the win after a miscommunication between the two, quote-unquote, big men.
Well, I mean, yeah, they're big. Bigger than you.
Fanny Pack Party now. Are you saying Cash Flow's not big? What is... You're just digging...
he's way bigger than you.
You're digging so many graves, man, which makes sense because it's OVW Apocalypse. You got a front row for the end of the world. Oh! Wham, bam, sham-a-lang! Hit the elbow elbow drop in the middle of the ring. That might be enough. Espinosa kicking out at 1 here.
Creative maneuver by the Fanny Pack Party, looking to get the crowd on their side here. Shouldn't be hard to do. The crowd loves these guys.
Fanny Pack Party, one of the most popular teams we've seen here in OVW. Steve, you're absolutely right. But sometimes it takes a little bit more than crowd participation to get you that W. Tom Coffey and Brandon Espinosa, no slouches. And they fancy themselves hero killers. And if you're looking for heroes, look no further than Fanny Pack Party. Oh, God. Might be hard to look, though, after that drop kick straight to the eyes from Dustin Jackson.
For some reason, the fans look up to the Fanny Pack Party. I don't understand it. Dustin Jackson doesn't have 2 brain cells to rub together. And Cal, the 14-year-old, I don't understand how he's even in professional wrestling. But they do have great chemistry together, and he's quite effective.
Tom Coffey attacking attacking Dustin Jackson while the referee wasn't looking, taking him off the apron. Cal Hero going to check on his partner. What is your aggression with the Fanny Pack Party? Is it Fanny Pack envy? Is it because they won't let you in the party?
It has nothing to do with it. I've never even tried, thank you.
I've seen the fruit baskets you've seen. I know what you're trying to do. Tom Coffey sending Dustin Jackson back in there, the legal man in there with Brandon Espinosa.
I am not jealous.
Oh, here we go. Pin attempt, 1. Oh, Dustin Jackson able to get the shoulder up at 1. Brandon Espinosa is going to do a little bit more work. Ooh, the headbutt. That ain't beautiful, but it's effective. And see if you can see the frustration because you heard that aggression in that tag. And that's his own partner. Oh, God.
Big splash. Dustin Jackson flat as a pancake in the ring.
Oh, gosh.
Huge kick right to the spine.
Yeah, you ever had a bear run at you full speed and then kick you in the back? Because Dustin Jackson has, and I bet he can tell you it doesn't feel great.
Yeah, oddly enough, no. I've never had a bear run and kick me in the back. Brian?
You don't want to. Oh, God. Look at that targeted attack from Brandon Espinosa.
Smart move by the veteran, picking a body part and wearing it out.
Working on that shoulder, working on that, or that arm and shoulder meet, Steve, trying to get that joint sore. Dustin Jackson, in trouble here. Again, isolating Dustin Jackson, cutting the ring in half and not allowing him to get to Cal Hero, not letting the fresh man in. Solid tactic for the team that, again, won their match in about 30 seconds earlier, who couldn't be more fresh. Oh, here we go. Somehow Dustin Jackson able to get around the big Iron Bear, go for the pin. Oh, God.
My goodness, the ring nearly caved in. Dustin Jackson, by the skin of his teeth, makes the tag. In comes Cal Hero.
Cal Hero in there with Brandon Espinosa. These two know each other so well, gonna have each other well scouted. It might just take someone making a mistake. Oh, like that.
One mistake. Cal is able to capitalize.
I mean, Steve, you've seen just as many matches as I have. Sometimes all it takes is a mistake in 3 seconds for the bell to ring. Cal Hero feeling it now, getting a little faith in himself.
What does he have in mind here?
Cal, thinking the fanny elbow.
I was thinking the people's fanny.
Hold on, Espinosa, regardless of what you call it, Espinosa not letting it happen.
Dave Harmon barely dodging the shot there.
Cal Hero ricocheted into the turnbuckle. Brandon Espinosa getting out. Oh, God.
Huge elbow from the second row. Brandon Espinosa is down. Cal makes the pin. 1, 2, 2.5.
Espy able to get the shoulders up. Cal Hero wondering, what more do I have to do? Thought he had it there. Thought the Nightmare Cup was over. They were the champions of the Nightmare Cup, not the tag team.
Cal wants nothing more than the Nightmare Cup, except for maybe that #1 contendership to face the Dark Clouds for their championship.
Tom Coffey had the ring awareness, pulled down the rope, sent Cal Hero to the outside, landed on that shoulder. I think the kid might have landed on his shoulder a little weird there.
You know, I'm willing to bet that Dysfunction are willing to take a count-out win. They'll take the win any way necessary.
Up to a 2 count. Now, Steve, I was talking about it earlier with Shannon. You got to think, there's a little extra stakes in this for Cal Hero. He wants to get his hands back on Dark Clouds. You saw in that championship rumble, Cal Hero came out of nowhere and attacked to get bundles. There's an aggression between these two. I mean, Cal Hero and Dustin Jackson have been attacked in the back, have fought through the arena with Dark Clouds. Now they are 1 win away from getting a shot at those OVW Tag Team Championships in a legitimate matchup instead of a melee.
You mentioned those extra stakes. Tom Coffey looks like he might have had a couple extra stakes, but a very smart move getting Cal on the outside, and they might have a count-out victory here. If Cal can't get back in, he might be injured.
You ain't get injured if you keep talking about Tom Coffey that way. Extra stakes, he's gonna come over here and smack the meat out of your teeth.
And then he'll eat it. Gross. Ew, why did I say that? 1, 2.
This is the Nightmare Cup, and you just gave me a fresh new nightmare. Thanks, Steve. Sorry. Espinosa going for the pin there, but Cal Hero able to kick out both times. And you see the
he held the shoulders down, trying to do everything he could to keep him pinned to the mat, but Cal Hero somehow finds it within himself.
So you see the frustration boiling over from Espinosa. I thought they were coming in there fresh. We're going to be able to put this away, but Fanny Pack Party putting up the fight.
100 miles an hour. Espinosa just goes in. Clotheslines. Cal Hero on that second rope.
Espinosa might be taking a little bit too much time, staring down the audience, now trying to intimidate Dustin Jackson and Cal Hero.
The momentum is on his side, and he's feeling it. You got to think he's going to be looking to wrap this one up. Cal Hero coming back.
This is the finals of the Nightmare Cup. There's no time for gloating. Cal Hero trying to fight back into this due to that mistake from Brandon Espinosa, taking a little bit too much time. Oh, never mind, Espinosa.
And just like that, any momentum that Cal Hero might have had getting to the corner to tag in Dustin halted.
Not only stopped him from getting to the corner, almost put him through the mat. Espinosa with such authority on that. Cal Hero now isolated in the corner. Tom Coffey, the big man, in. The power of dysfunction here.
It couldn't happen to a better guy. Cal Hero in the corner and cannot get out. Tom Coffey in firm control.
Quick tags here between dysfunction. Cal Hero down on the mat by himself. Espinosa tagged out, able to get a couple quick breaths and right back in there, wanting to do more damage to the Fanny Pack Kid.
Surveying his prey, looking to pick the perfect shot.
Now, Steve, you've heard Espinosa talk about Fanny Pack Party, saying they're the problem with OVW, catering to these fans, making it something fun, where this should all be violence and aggression.
As you can see, violence and aggression is working pretty well for Brandon Espinosa.
Steve, I'm not saying that Espinosa has had an incredible career based on those principles, but he's taking that out. He's taking out his frustrations, his anger, and what he sees as the problem in professional wrestling.
There's no greater a personification of pandering to the fans than the Fanny Pack Party, so I can understand how dysfunction leaves a little bit of a sour taste in their mouth.
And Stephen, winning the 2021 Nightmare Cup might be exactly the thing to prove Brandon Espinosa's point, to prove the mission that him and Tom Coffey are on currently, to justify their means, and especially if they can make their way to those OVW Tag Team Championships. Oh! Cal Hero trying to come at Tom Coffey, but Espinosa got a handful of hair there.
I'll tell you, these two dysfunction are working together absolutely perfect.
See Coffey there talking smack. Cal Hero trying to demoralize the Fanny Pack Kid, trying to get in his head, trying to play mind games. That brilliant astrophysicist that Tom Coffey is, he knows how to get in there and mess with you. Oh, going for that big bear hug, but Cal Hero had it scouted, able to get out of harm's way.
Apocalypse so far has seen some incredible action, some of the greatest matches that I've ever seen. I will say, Gustavo versus Star Rider, an all-time classic and one of my favorite matches. But this one right here has been non-stop. Dustin Jackson.
Gustavo and Star Rider put on an absolute banger earlier for the Rush Division Championship. That is a match of the week in any promotion, any given week of the year. But right now, Steve, it is the 2021 finals of the Nightmare Cup. We're about to see someone become #1 contenders. Will it be Fanny Pack Party? Will it be Dysfunction? Will Cal Hero and Dustin Jackson finally get their hands on Dark Clouds and get a fair one-on-one fight? Or will we see Dysfunction climb the ranks, get a shot at OVW Tag Team Championships and a shot at justifying everything and proving everything they've said? Oh no, Tom Coffey got that bear hug locked in, Steve.
He's got him all squoze up. You gotta think this is gonna be it for Cal Hero. There's no way he's gonna be able to get out of this.
That's not a cub you're hugging, Cal Hero. You're getting hugged by the Iron Bear, who's got that iron grip ripping into the spine, trying to literally squeeze the life out of Cal Hero.
Is it too early to declare that they're the winners? Can I go ahead and say your winners of the 2021 Nightmare Cup? Obviously, Dysfunction. Look
Steve,
at this.
you can say it, but it's not going to count until someone taps out or gets pinned. But we might not be too far from that. Cal Hero is fading Tom Coffey, squeezing the life out of Cal Hero, like getting the last toothpaste out of the tube. Cal Hero might be spent. Coffey literally is squeezing the life out of Cal Hero. He might be out. That arm falls one more time. We have winners of the Nightmare Cup. Cal inches away from dropping, somehow holds on, somehow finding that resilience, somehow finding that heart, that fight.
How is he able to find it in him? after all that he has been put through, especially this bear hug by Tom Coffey.
Cal Hero wrestling is in his blood, Steve. The sport runs deep in Cal Hero. He has a deep respect for it. He's not just gonna be a pushover. His dad, one of the biggest names in the sport, every wrestler's best friend, and Cal Hero, not trying to be anyone's best friend, just trying to be the best wrestler he can. Gets the tag to Dustin Jackson, there we go. Dustin Jackson in, huge clothesline to Brandon Espinoza.
Dustin Jackson in, and he is a house of fire all over Brandon Espinoza.
A house of fire, he's a neighborhood of fire. Look at the intensity on Dustin Jackson's face right now, Steve.
Brandon Espinoza doesn't know up from down.
Oh, God.
Being turned inside out by the bro god.
Bulldog there from Dustin Jackson, up on the shoulders. Oh, God. Right across the neck, that might be enough. Might have Nightmare Cup winners here. Ooh. Tom Coffey breaking up the pin in the nick of time.
Fireman's carry neckbreaker over the knee. Espinoza looking to make a tag, rightfully so. Tom Coffey in the ring.
Coffey able to get that tag. There's that ring awareness of Brandon Espinoza, knew exactly where his partner was. Hold on. What? Was a back body drop, Samoan drop? Back body Samoan drop, what do you call it?
Unbelievable strength by Tom Coffey getting both of those men over.
Wow. You almost called them winners of the Nightmare Cup, regardless of what you call that move, but somehow Cal Hero had the awareness, broke up the pin. Dustin Jackson alone in there now. Cal Hero still taking the fight to Tom Coffey, the legal man.
Two legal men on the outside of the ring, but back in goes Tom Coffey.
Steve, I think Dustin Jackson's still the legal man on Fanny Pack Party's side. It's just this is kind of broken down a little bit into a melee, so it's hard to keep up with it.
Well, I'm glad you're paying attention. Dustin Jackson, Espinoza over the top rope.
Did you see? His feet and legs went flat, Steven. He got the air knocked out of him on that clothesline. Wow! Cannonball from the apron from Dustin Jackson. Cal Hero again had that hug on him from Tom Coffey and getting the apron involved. Oh!
Huge kick to the Iron Bear, who is seeing stars. Espinoza somehow he's still standing.
Espinoza out of nowhere, where did he come from?
These guys are fighting for the Nightmare Cup and for the #1 contendership to go against Dark Clouds for the OVW Tag Team Championship. So they will pull out all the stops, including he's biting him.
Ooh, is there gonna be anything left of either team though if they have to fight the Dark Clouds? Oh, super kick. These teams are beating the hell out of each other. Dark Clouds might have an easy night at the office if these guys can't recover in time for their title match. Oh, hold on, Coffey. Cal Hero in to break up the pin. Gator rolls Brandon Espinoza across the ring there.
If it wasn't for that, then this match would have been over. Tom Coffey had the feet held. Dustin Jackson was essentially trapped.
Hold on, Brandon Espinoza in there alone with Fanny Pack Party. Jackson Express, that might be enough right there. Nightmare Cup winners, do we have them? There it is! Fanny Pack Party did it!
Here are your winners and your 2021 Nightmare Cup champions, the Fanny Pack Party!
Steve, you heard it from Eric Cornish himself. The winners, the champions of the Nightmare Cup tournament. Cal Hero, Dustin Jackson, the Fanny Pack Party. But now the question remains, can they be OVW Tag Team Champions?
There's only one thing left to do for these guys to be on top of the mountain of the OVW Tag Team Division. Can they conquer Dark Clouds? But that's another night. Tonight, your Davis Cup champions.
Look at this, the OVW National Heavyweight Champion! I knew I could do it!
I can't thank you guys enough. There's literally nothing, and nobody.
I don't want to be the kind of guy to rain on your parade, but I thought I would take this time to let you know that Nick Dinsmore is coming home to Louisville, Kentucky, coming back to the Davis Arena on October 30th to challenge you for the national title.
We got a main event for October 30th at OVW Apocalypse. Nick Dinsmore is going to challenge Jesse Goddard for the National Heavyweight Championship. The champ is incensed. He's crashing his own party.
Who does Nick Dinsmore think he is to interrupt a great celebration like this? This is supposed to be Jesse's night, and Nick Dinsmore comes in and makes it all about him.
OVW.
It is an honor to have him back in the Davis Arena after everything that this man has accomplished in this great state. To have him back one more time for the National Heavyweight Championship.
Steve, he's called Mr. Wrestling for a reason, has held multiple titles in OVW, 10-time heavyweight champion. Nick Dinsmore is OVW. And I gotta tell you, if we ever have that long-rumored OVW Hall of Fame, you're looking at a ballot one entrant right there. Welcome home, Nick Dinsmore. Welcome home, Mr. Wrestling. I'm sorry to say, you're about to meet National Heavyweight Champion, Mr. Spectacular Jesse Goddard. Can Dinsmore win the National Heavyweight Championship, wrestle it away from Jesse Goddard after a year as the National Heavyweight Champion? We're about to find out here at OVW Apocalypse. For Jesse Goddard, will it truly be the end?
This might be Jesse Goddard's greatest challenge, one of the greatest OVW superstars of all time.
Steve, not only that, a man who helped train Jesse Goddard. Mr. Nick Dinsmore knows Goddard so well.
Jesse Goddard.
Jesse Goddard.
Jesse Goddard.
Jesse Goddard.
Jesse Goddard's all business tonight, all serious tonight.
I'll tell you, I think Nick Dinsmore, to put it frankly, he pissed Jesse Goddard off. Jesse Goddard has had opportunity after opportunity, not only to win the OVW Championship and add to his collection, but to win numerous matches, only to have Nick Dinsmore interrupt him so rudely.
Jesse Goddard is a man who thinks he's bigger than everything that came before him in his life. He's overcome everything and become better and better. He truly believes that. He sees Nick Dinsmore as the past, a man who trained him and nothing else. This is student versus teacher, but the student thinks he surpassed the teacher. I think Nick Dinsmore wants to beat a little respect into his former pupil. I do like Shannon's jacket a lot, though. I gotta give him credit for it.
The following contest is your main event of Apocalypse, scheduled for one fall, and it is for the OVW National Heavyweight Championship. Introducing first, the challenger. He is an OVW original. He is a 10-time OVW Heavyweight Champion and the longest reigning OVW champion cumulative of all time. He is known in WWE circles as the lovable Eugene, but he is known to his fans in Davis Arena as Mr. Wrestling, Nick Dinsmore.
Yeah, of course, big fan of Dinsmore, obviously, maybe trying to get a little bonus from Mr. Wrestling.
And his opponent, being accompanied to the ring by the radio heavyweight champion, Shannon the Dude. He is the OVW National Heavyweight Champion. The face that runs the place, Mr. Spectacular Jesse Goddard.
There it is, Steve, that flamboyance, that ego on display, but don't let it fool you. Underneath that big white grin beats the heart of a maniac, a murderous competitor. Jesse Goddard has a real Patrick Bateman size to him, and when you get there, when you push him to that point, there are very few people as intense and as dangerous as Jesse Goddard.
Oh, and he's been pushed far beyond that point by Mr. Wrestling Nick Dinsmore.
Jesse Goddard's got Shannon the Dude in tow, who has paid dividends before in several OVW National Heavyweight Championship matches. You gotta think Nick Dinsmore is gonna have his eyes on Shannon the Dude, while also trying to keep his eyes on the natural heavyweight champion, Jesse Goddard. Nick Dinsmore trying to get this audience into it, trying to get this crowd behind him to fuel him up.
It's only going to make Jesse Goddard more upset. You can see it in his eyes, Brian. Jesse Goddard is an absolute lunatic.
Collar and elbow tie between Jesse and Dinsmore with the man who taught Jesse the collar and elbow tie-up. And see, if you gotta think, Dinsmore taught Jesse almost everything he knows. And if you're a good, skilled competitor, you know not to teach him everything you know, though.
You're absolutely right. Of course, Mr. Wrestling is going to have a few tricks up his sleeve, a few new things, I imagine. Always learning, always creating.
Steve, to that same end, Jesse Goddard has wrestled all over the country, all over the world in multiple organizations. You got to think he's pulled up a couple tricks of his own over the years. It's going to be an incredibly interesting matchup. See how these guys try to size each other up and their strategic approaches. A little bit slower starting out, both trying to feel each other out, trying to figure out the other one's game plan, Steve.
Jesse Goddard has got to be on top of the world, knowing that he's got his former teacher so vulnerable right now in that headlock, that vice grip.
Ooh, Goddard's on top of the world, on top of the mountain right now as the national heavyweight champion, but he's in there against Nick Dinsmore, Mr. Wrestling, a 10-time OVW heavyweight champion. The most cumulative days as OVW heavyweight champion.
Look at those pecs bouncing, so beautiful. Jesse Goddard's on top of the world.
Look at the smile, more importantly, look at the eyes of Jesse, Steve, unblinking, intense, and intent. Jesse Goddard might want to rip every chest hair out of Nick Dinsmore's chest if he has the opportunity. He is furious with Dinsmore, and Jesse Goddard not only wants to hold on to his title, but he wants to send a message and prove a point.
And he had Jesse Goddard's shoulders to the mat. Jesse scrambled out of that so quickly.
Again, these guys methodical, sizing each other up, not wanting to make a mistake.
You see Jesse Goddard, he is seething at the thought that even for a second, Nick Dinsmore had the upper hand.
Now, see, we've seen it a couple times now. People get ahead of themselves. They get heads full of steam. They get quick. They make a mistake. You've seen Jesse Goddard's well aware of that, well aware of the spiritual nature here at Davis Arena, especially on this spooky night, thanks to that Ouija board in the back. Something's going on. So you see both these guys trying to go slow, not make a mistake, not lose their opportunity or their title in Jesse's case.
Looks like we're going to try to have a test of strength. Nick Dinsmore might be playing a little bit of mind games with the master of the mind games here.
Dinsmore just spit in his hand? A little bit of mind games there with Jesse Goddard. Jesse doesn't even want his own spit on him, let alone Nick Dinsmore's.
I'll take it.
I don't ever respond to you when you say things like that.
I was just saying.
Nick Dinsmore overpowering Jesse Goddard, which is insane. When you look at the physique of Jesse Goddard, you think, who can overpower this man? But Nick Dinsmore showed you that upper body strength. No, hold on. Jesse Goddard's head full of hair.
In a hold like that, body strength has a huge part in it, but there's also leverage and knowledge on how to apply the hold, and nobody's going to know that more than Mr. Wrestling.
Good call, Steve. You're absolutely right. But there you see, Jesse Goddard's well aware of the prowess of Nick Dinsmore, able to get in the submission hold of his own.
Grinding that knee into the midsection of Nick Dinsmore while holding him in that armbar to inflict additional pain.
Sometimes, Steve, you just want to hold your opponent down long enough to get in their head, to demoralize them, get that mental advantage, and then work on that physical advantage later if you can't get it up front. And hold on, look at this lock in, that arm locked behind. Oh, Dinsmore.
Oh, the beautiful biceps of Jesse Goddard might be in real trouble here.
Dinsmore manipulating those joints, and oh, Jesse Goddard being split like a spectacular pretzel.
He is getting stretched out. You can see him wincing in pain there. Oh, that arm has got to be wrenched.
Hold on, Jesse Goddard's now turning it around, able to scoop out under Dinsmore and going after that leg.
A little bit of chain wrestling here. Jesse Goddard wants none of that. As it turns out, neither does Nick Dinsmore. Let's go.
Chop to the pecs. That's a cardinal offense when you're talking to Jesse Goddard. Nick Dinsmore, though, cares not. Shoulder block there to those same pecs that he just chopped. And another chop to the $1 million pecs. Oof.
He has those pecs insured through Lloyd's of London for actually $2 million, million per pec.
I understand. I know, and I know nipples are extra. I understand that. He's told me the whole contract. Oh, God! Goddard's with the chop of his own takes Dinsmore to the mat. Shannon the Dude looking over here saying, looks like that hurt, and you're right. It absolutely looked like it hurt, and it looked like it took Dinsmore off his feet. Ooh.
Now working on the arm himself, Jesse Goddard, again, just seems to be working out of spite. Everything that he's doing has a little bit of extra oomph on it.
See, Steve, you're seeing Jesse work the joints, trying to cause shooting pain all over Dinsmore's body. Not trying to go for a particular body part, just trying to give overall pain, a global pain in the body, if you will.
A global pain in the body. That's what we have called you, Brian, backstage for years.
Oh, I didn't know that's what GPB meant. All right. The Spectacular in control of this matchup, looking to hold on to his national heavyweight championship. Nick Dinsmore trying to desperately get back into this, but
seems to be looking almost in disdain at the fact that Nick Dinsmore is even trying to get up.
Goddard was standing over him like a hunter over a fresh kill. And now here we go. Those legs, those tree trunk-like legs wrapped around the midsection of Dinsmore.
Imagine having the air squeezed out of you by those giant, voluptuous thighs.
Well, I'm going to say with tree trunk-like thighs, Jesse Goddard squeezing the life out of Dinsmore. Steve, if you can't breathe, you can't fight. No, hold on. Shannon the Dude
offering a little bit of an emotional support on the outside.
And a little bit of leverage support right in front of the referee. Blatant disrespect for the official.
You don't know leverage.
Jesse Goddard still wrenching that midsection of Dinsmore. Dinsmore trying to fight out of it, though, trying to grab those ankles.
Trying to do whatever he can.
And there you go,
break out of the hold.
There you go, working the joints, driving that elbow into the spine of Nick Dinsmore, Steve.
Oh, gonna break the ankle of Jesse Goddard. Now he's trapped in his own hold.
That was so subtle, such a small difference. Dinsmore able to change the leverage, get it on the ankles, and Jesse used his own power against him.
And that's why his name is Mr. Wrestling and not Mr. Fast Food Worker. By God, this man knows how to wrestle.
Yeah? That's not where I thought you were going with that, but yeah, okay. I thought you were, okay. Nick Dinsmore in trouble, though. Jesse Goddard still on the attack and getting more frustrated by the moment. Ooh, double axe handle to Mr. Wrestling.
Outside of a few moments, Jesse Goddard seems to
have
have been
come on. Spectacular said I had trouble with the shoe, allows Shannon to be able to choke Nick Dinsmore on that bottom rope.
No, he was pushing Dinsmore. Dinsmore was caught up on the rope.
Jesse go for the pin here. Ooh.
Shannon was doing everything that he could to make sure that he got him off to keep the match fair and square.
Your delusion astounds me, Steve. Oh, come on. Come on. Shannon the Dude got Nick Dinsmore sweat after choking him, comes over here, puts it on my jacket.
You could sell that on eBay now.
I thought I was happy to have you out here when Shannon left, and now I don't even... Jesse Goddard's right back on the attack now in this National Heavyweight Championship matchup. Dinsmore trying to fight off the submission, trying not to get stretched out. The strength of Jesse Goddard is almost insurmountable. Oh, there we go, locks it in, stretching Dinsmore in half. You hear those screams of pain.
By the agony that's got to be going through. Nick Dinsmore is trapped, and he is in bad shape, folks.
Steve, you see that whole upper body of Jesse tensing up as he's adding more tension to that arm, trying to rip Nick Dinsmore in half. Mr. Wrestling in trouble here as Jesse Goddard's just stretching him out. Ooh, Dinsmore somehow desperately trying to fight out with those shots to the face. Still hasn't made us to his feet, though, after all the damage that Mr. Spectacular has done.
He might not be able to get back to his feet, Brian.
Jesse Goddard's back to his feet, back on the attack here. What's he thinking next? Goes for a big kick to the head, but nobody home. Nick Dinsmore able to get out of the way.
My goodness, he almost knocks the cameraman off the ring. The momentum carried him so much forward.
Dinsmore feeling it. I think the spirits of OVW, the spirits of Davis Arena are feeling Nick Dinsmore right now. There you go. You see it. The ghosts of Davis Arena past coming out in every fist of Nick Dinsmore. Jesse Goddard's in trouble now. Big boot to the face.
Oh, big boot. I think we know what's next.
Dinsmore feeling it. Leg drop in the middle of the ring. Goes for the pin. We might have a new National Heavyweight Champion right here.
They say this is Apocalypse. Well, by God, that leg drop was atomic.
Dinsmore setting up Mr. Spectacular, waiting for him. Right back into it. Locks him up, and oh! Spectacular had desperately getting out of that, dropping those elbows to the face. Oh, cutter! Cutter, chin breaker maneuver.
Looks like he was going for
Jesse crawling over there, going for the pin. Dinsmore kicks out, but Steve looking desperately gasping for breath. His tongue's almost hanging out of his mouth. Nick Dinsmore's having trouble breathing after that last attack from Jesse Goddard.
Well, he spent so much time focusing on the midsection of Nick Dinsmore. He's got to be dying to catch a breath, doing everything that he can, sucking wind on the other side. Jesse Goddard not letting up.
No, nobody holds Dinsmore. Rolls him up tight. Schoolboy, schoolboy. Oh, God.
2 and 99/100ths. It was almost over, folks.
I thought we had a new national heavyweight champion right there, but Goddard's somehow able to get out. Hold on, Goddard's looking for that Hollywood crab. After all that work he's done on the midsection of Nick Dinsmore, this might be enough to seal. There we go. He's got that Hollywood crab locked in. He's wrenching it tight, Steve. Folding Mr. Wrestling in half.
How is Nick Dinsmore not tapping? I can't believe it.
You see, the upper body strength of Jesse Goddard. Hold on. Shannon the Dude adding extra leverage, extra strength there.
What do you know about leverage? Shannon the Dude was just helping him because he was starting to lose his balance, just making sure that he didn't tip over.
I get
totally
it.
legal.
Shannon is 120 pounds soaking wet. I get that. He's not going to do a lot of damage, but it's still cheating. It's still immoral. This is the National Heavyweight Championship, for crying out loud. Have a little respect for it. Oh! Nick Dinsmore sending Jesse Goddard across the ring with no respect. Dinsmore trying to fight back into this, but first he's got to fight to his feet, Steve. There we go. Dinsmore back upside headlock. Into the Irish whip here. Oh! Shoulder blocks this, both men down. Oh, I think...
Double noggin knocker. Both guys are out.
Steve, I think Dinsmore went for a shoulder block, but went over just a little too far and caught head-to-head action there.
Oh, you heard the smack between the two of them. I think that was their skulls meeting, a little bit of a meeting of the minds, if you will, in the middle of the ring.
Goddard's still not making it to his feet. Might have his bell rung there. Nick Dinsmore getting some desperately needed breaths after this vicious attack so far from Mr. Spectacular. Goddard's getting back to his feet, trying to strategize there with Shannon the Dude at ringside.
Goddard's needing the corner to prop him up. Oh, looks like he might be going up to the top rope.
What's Jesse thinking here? Mr. Spectacular thinking something big. We don't see Goddard's fly off, and when we do, it's first class. What's he thinking here? Goes for the fist drop. Dinsmore gets the boot up. Fighting from the bottom. Dinsmore getting off his back.
Punches and kicks from the bottom. Jesse Goddard is rocked, and on his fanny he goes.
Spectacular crawling under the rope. Knows that Nick Dinsmore can't come over and attack him while he's under the rope. Ref won't allow it. Getting some much needed rest and strategize again with Shannon the Dude, who's trying to talk up his client.
Shannon doing everything that he can to motivate his guy.
Hold on, Nick Dinsmore squaring up here, looking to put Jesse away. What's he got in store? Looking for a cutter. Oh, hold on. Goddard sent Dinsmore into the official. No, there's that spear. Spectacular spear. That might be it right here. Oh.
Here is your winner, and still OVW National Heavyweight Champion, Jesse Goddard.
Mr. Spectacular Jesse Goddard holds on to his National Heavyweight Championship. Sent Nick Dinsmore flying into the referee, using the distraction to pick up the win after that vicious spear. Still National Heavyweight Champion, Mr. Spectacular Jesse Goddard.
You know that it's got to feel good to have this monkey off of his back. Ladies and gentlemen, the legacy continues. Your National Heavyweight Champion, still Mr. Spectacular, the face that runs the place, the king of all of Hollywood, Jesse Goddard.
Steve, I'm sure your check's waiting in your locker in the back, but you know what? Yeah, Mr. Spectacular, still your National Heavyweight Champion. The spirit's on his side tonight at OVW Apocalypse. We've been promising the future is nigh, or the end is nigh, but the end of Mr. Spectacular's reign was not tonight. Thank you so much for joining us for OVW Apocalypse, folks. Brian Kinsley with Dan Stevie Johnson saying, have a great